Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Lucky bug.
Are you being sarcastic or something like that?
Fool, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector, Ross.
I could knock him out in the shed.
Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you are here?
Right, everyone. Well, I'm a bit fucked tonight. I'm knackered. So, hello, Kung Fu Tube, and hello, H. How you doing, mate? I did get your, either you or your dad's email today. I haven't read it yet, though, but I've got it. So, I've basically been busy all day, unintentionally. Then I had about an hour's rest, which nearly fell asleep, and then I started the live stream, so I was slightly late. But yeah, I will get back to you soon. Dropped, how you doing, mate? It's 5 hours of shooting. We'll do that. I'm fucking knackered. Dropped, absolutely knackered. A lot more so than I thought I would be. And it ain't just me. Jim reckons he's fucking knackered, and so does Jay. Yeah, it's surprising though, isn't it? You wouldn't think shooting would make you that tired, but it fucking well has. So my BSA Lightning, which I fixed recently, it's shooting pretty good. One weird thing with it though. Johnson got a bit of a tan though. What me? I might have, or I might just be red because I'm so fucking hot. How you doing, mate? By the way, what was I going to say? My BSA Lightning, it's got a weird scope rail. Instead of it being part of the actual like gun, like they normally, you know, like dovetails are normally part of the gun, aren't they? Well, these aren't. These are friction held on sort of rails that are dovetails, and you have to get the spring out. You have to hammer the dovetail, not the dove. Yeah, well, yeah, you hammer the rail off, and then you have to hammer it back on. Well, I don't know if I've accidentally put it on ever so slightly wonky, because when I zeroed my sight in, I got to within about 10 mil of a bullseye, and I couldn't. The reticle would not turn anymore. The screw, it bottomed out. It would not turn anymore. So I've either got to fuck about. I don't know. I might just leave it because it's close enough. As long as I remember to shoot slightly to the right, I should be able to hit it. Yeah. The wonky zero is an oval. I suppose it is. Yes. So it's got an oval. But yeah, I don't know why that's happened. The only thing I can think of, because I put the sight back on, I don't think I would have put the sight on wonky. But yeah, I literally turned it and turned it and turned it and turned it to make the reticle go to the right or whatever, to the left, and it like I got to the end of what I could do. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It said no rush on the email. I'm curious rather than upgrading the red back. I'm thinking just buy an R9. What's your opinion on doing so? It depends what you want, mate. So the R9 again is well worth getting. I've got an R9. Single shot will shoot full size bolts. You will have to still get proprietary bolts, but nearly all of them do that now. You can get a lot of power variations with it by getting different limbs. So it's a good setup. If I was going to get, so this is what I would say. If I was going to get what I'd call a full size crossbow nowadays, I'd probably get the R9. Because although they mention they call the R9 a pistol, it's not a fucking pistol. The R9 is the same size as like a Jaguar full size crossbow. So it's a full size crossbow when it's all put together. It's just not quite as wide. So be aware of that. It is a full size crossbow. It's going to be about this big once it's all set up. You know, it's probably not that big, but you know, it's it's no smaller than an R9 anyway. A Jaguar, sorry. The drop said pressure washed the porch. Didn't do much, but it's slightly lighter shade of brown. Fair enough. Well, it might, like, you know, make it last a bit more. So if you're maxing out your adjustment and the scope is in the wrong place, yeah. Well, the thing is, though, dropped. It doesn't make any sense. This is the thing. It's exactly where it was before, which is what makes me think maybe the scope rail went back on wrong. So yeah. It doesn't make. I know it totally doesn't make sense. It should not have done that, but there's no reason for it. All I did was put it straight back on where it was. So I suspect that the rail is on wrong somewhere. Just need a bigger ball. I can still hit something as small as my fingernail. I shot the top off of a pin earlier, but it's just knowing to make sure that you shoot about that much to the side. Yeah. Ain't said I have the Jaguar, £175, and my dad has the Redback. Yeah, so the R9 in itself, apart from not being as wide, it's only probably about that much less. It's about the same size as the Jaguar anyway, so it's not a small crossbow. Because I've noticed that they market the R9 as a pistol crossbow. It is not a pistol crossbow. But the R9's a decent price. What can you get the R9 for now? 120 quid if you get the basic version. The Jaguar with the Mark II magazine's good. Very good. But it's a lot of money. It's getting on for like 500 quid in it. So yeah, dropped. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether to just leave the... I'll read your comment first. It could be that. I have to check my rings every so often, because the shock of the shot makes the screws back out. Well, that funny thing is that happened today with Jay. So Jim and Jay bought guns today. Jim bought a Crossman something, can't remember what it was, quite a nice one, and Jay bought a modern BSA Lightning. And the person he bought it off had put the sight on for him. Well, I've been shooting it all fucking day because I was sighting it in for him because it'd be quicker if I did it for him. And then he had a shoot, and then we suddenly noticed that the fucking sight and the mounts had nearly backed off of the gun. When I checked it all, the person who put it together for him, every fucking screw was loose. What thing to do? Give someone a gun, say yeah, that's ready to shoot, and everything was loose on it. And I mean, you put the Allen key and went out and it just open. Hello Penny, how you doing? You're right? I'm really tired. So yeah, maybe I'll have to take the scope off the BSA Lightning and maybe put it back on again. But what it was dropped. So when I took it apart to put the new seal in, I just basically unscrewed the sight, put it to the side, did everything, got the sight, put it back on exactly how it was. Now, yeah, maybe something could have moved. Don't know. Kung Fu tubes are nice. Have you tried dartboard target yet? Always found them useful for setting up sights. I've just got paper targets, that does. I've got old dartboards I could shoot. I'll check everything, but I think everything seemed tight on the sight. It's got to be that mount. It's the only, you know. I know I took the sight off. Yeah. Anyway, ain't said much easier. How much easier does the stock help cocking the Redback? I've struggled to cock the Redback. Yeah, because it's weird. The Redback, there's like a technique to doing the Redback. It is a lot harder than most pistol crossbows. With the stock extender, it makes it a lot easier, and then with a cockinade bayonet, it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. And the R9, cock it like that, lovely. The R9 £90 is, it's, I wouldn't, no, it is easier. It is easier, and it's a different way of doing it. You're like pulling down with one hand while you hold it. Penny said my picture is a lady vampire, by the way. Nice. I can't see it from here. Can't see it from here. So it's one of those things where you want to use Loctite, but you can't because you don't know where it's supposed to be yet. Well, no, exactly. Yeah, maybe you need different risers. Yeah. it's just one of those. It could be dropped. I would show you. Maybe I'll show you a picture later. But yeah, it's weird. So yeah, the dovetails are their own thing on this one, and they're not connected via anything other than, I don't know how you'd even describe it. It's pieces of metal that slot in, and then as you hammer it, they like it's held in purely or mostly by friction and a single screw. No, it's not a red dot. It's a telescopic sight that was already on it. It's always worked fine before, but ever since I took it apart and put it back together, I sighted it in today, and yeah, I turned it. As I say, I got to within about half an inch to where it needed to be. Kung Fu Tube said I wouldn't be getting it put back together again from wherever I left it all loose. Yeah, I know. This is straight from the shop as well. Saint, how you doing, mate? You alright? Yeah. So yeah, Jay got a lovely BSA Lightning new one. Jim got a Crossman something. I can't remember what the Crossman. It's a nice one, though. Really nice Crossman. Actually, I think I'll end up getting both. Thank you so much. I have one more question with the Jaguar. Today, multiple times I'd cocked it and safety would engage. So it was full cock, but string wasn't locking. It might be. What it might be is if you accidentally put the safety on first and then try and cock it, they won't cock. And that happens with a lot of crossbows. It might be that. What it was sometimes, and the string was not locking, and it was just returning back to the default position. Sometimes what it is, you've accidentally put the safety. The safety needs to be off. Had it on fire. Everything. I don't know then, actually. That's a weird one. I don't know. Because as I say, sometimes the safety's on, and when you try and pull it, the bit won't go back. Because it's a bit like that, and then it goes like that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. It obviously weren't catching. Yeah, that's one I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Kung Fu Tube's at a shop. That's not good. Must be their first day. They reckon she was ill with a cold, so maybe it was because she was ill. I don't know. The thing is, though, I've been to gun shops, and they're not as good as they should be, if you know what I mean. There's the difference between someone working there just for a job, and then there's someone working there because they're interested in guns. Do you know what I mean? And someone working there who gives a shit. Yeah. Hammer on scope. That sounds like a great idea. Saint said, went to the junkyard today, saw a massive fuck off knife in a car, but couldn't reach it. That's a shame. Are you sure you want that though? It might be murder. It might be a murder knife. Job said, thanks for finally joining a late stream, Saint. Don't fucking thank him for that. And he said, only a day old, I may contact the supplier. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is maybe the safety was in the wrong position. And as I say, I've had that done to me a couple of times. You've accidentally been like messing around with them, and you've done the safety, and when you've tried to cock it, it wouldn't cock. Yeah. But of course, dude, I've got to get on camera next. Like, yes, you do. Otherwise, we're not having you on. What have you been up to, Penny, anyway? Yeah, so the shooting was good. It's just, I don't know what to do with that sight. I don't know whether to just leave it like it. As I say, it's close enough. If you can shoot, you know, I could still hit. I'll show you how at like, it's not a massive distance, but it's enough that you can hunt at that distance. And what I mean by that is you're not so close that stuff won't run away. And I've shot a rabbit standing up at this distance. It's about 22 meters. What I was shooting at. What's that in feet? 60 feet. And I shot the end of a pin like that. It's just knowing that I've got to be half an inch to the side. And you think half an inch, well, a rabbit's head's about that big. Even if I aim smack bang in the middle and I miss, it's still going to kill it anyway, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I might just leave it. If nothing, if it don't start going weird, I might just leave it. Because technically it's shooting fine. It's just it shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't have been off to the side like that. Good enough is always a letdown. Yeah, I'm not happy with it doing that. I'm not happy that it's happening. But at the same time, how much bother is it going to be to try and fix it? Might be fucking loads. Yeah. Penny said making a bookcase frame functional with hardware cloth. Planted some cuttings. Chickens, dog. Well, you know, busy day for you then, Penny. But I hope it was a good one. Saint said all your air rifles have scopes mounted. No, I've got a fair few with open sights. My two good ones have got telescopic sights on, but then, you know, because I use them for hunting. So you need to be able to see where you're shooting, you know, a bit more reliably, you know what I mean? Fallen Evil, how you doing? Hello, Evil's making food, but it's still popping in twice. Nice. Sorry, mate. I saw your comment and nearly missed it. No, I've got a fair few with open sights. Deep, how you doing, mate? You right? Let me take these tablets before I forget. Milb, how you doing, mate? I was just saying to your son, I have got your email. I'll reply properly tomorrow. Said, yes, I'm back again. Yes, mate, I'm back. How's your weekend? Not too bad. I've been shooting all day, but I'm knackered now. And the toothache hasn't been too bad. Thank you for asking, yeah. Sent you an email about the rad back, and thank you for replying to my lad's question. That's alright, mate. That's alright. Yeah, I will get back to you with the email. I saw that you sent it. I just don't have time to reply, but fucking... I was shooting for about 5 hours. I'm fucking done in. Yeah. How you doing, Deep? You alright, mate? The drop said, I have to tell myself the truth that at that distance the spread is almost the size of a basketball. Even without the wind. Yeah, at the distance you can shoot with yours. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, there you go. Good enough is always a letdown. Been shooting 122 metres and missing by half an inch still kills me. Yeah, well exactly. Yes. Yes. Well, see, our 12-pound air rifles, that's way too far a distance. I think with a 12-foot air rifle, I think you might be able to shoot maybe about 50 metres. Maybe. You know what I mean? You know, and be good with it. I may be completely wrong about that, but yeah. What you'll have to do, I don't suppose you can do it, can you? I'd be interested in finding out the foot-pound. Do you know the joules energy of your air rifle? Because without a chronograph, because I'd like to know what foot-pound it is to be able to shoot that far. I've seen you cocking it. It must be powerful. I've seen the way you cock it. But as I say, in America, you don't have this legal limit thing we have. So, you know, they can make them a lot more powerful. Yeah. If you know, if you know the feet per second, I could probably work out basically how much yours is shooting a foot-pound. Oh no, yeah, you could arc it, but try and accurately hunt when you're fucking arcing things. Yes, it is possible, but you know, it's a lot easier to not have to fuck about doing that. You know what I mean? I may be completely wrong about 50 metres. You might be able to do a lot more than that with a 12 foot-pound. I ain't got my phone. Someone asked their phone how do you ask it? What's the realistic, accurate distance you can shoot a 12 foot-pound air rifle? So I slept for 4 hours earlier. Sleep schedule is utterly fucked. Heat makes you so tired. It does. That's a shame, mate. Yeah, 4 hours. 4 hours. What? 4 hours extra or 4 hours like altogether? You know, if you had a 4-hour nap, that ain't too bad. Drop said, "Fuck that. Pull out the Red Rider and arc that shit." Got about 30 meters before the tree limb started being a problem. Fuck's sake. Milb said, "No problem, mate. No rush. Thanks again." 950 feet per second. And what is the what caliber is it? I'll do a general sort of guess. Yeah, 23 to 45 meters. Yeah, that's sort of what I was saying. I don't see him a lot though, does it, Saint? Because I do 22 meters in my garden. Yeah. Right. Right, dropped. I need to know the caliber, and I'm gonna do a sort of guess. Penny said, "All the love, deep." Dropped, and I've been there. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. I'm slightly obsessed with trying to work out what how powerful his gun is. Right, hang on then. Let's do this. Alright, Saint, can you do me one more? So, dropped. How do you know what grain your pellets are? And or if you don't, would you say they're standard 2-2 pellets or heavy 2-2 pellets? I will be back with everyone in a second. But straight away, I think. Oh no, I'm pretty sure that my air rifle's shooting over 1,000 feet per second, you know? Forgot to send you downrange. Pellets are 40, okay. 14.3 grain. Ah, okay. Your gun, if it's shooting 950 feet a second. No, mine was about 400. I think mine was doing about 460 feet per second. And lighter pellets. Anyway. So shooting those pellets, and they're going 950 feet per second, your gun shoots 28.6 foot-pounds. There you go. So yeah, that's more than double and a bit what we can legally have. Not on a firearms license. Yeah, to have something that shoots like that, we'd have to have a firearms license. I'm pretty sure, dropped on 30 foot-pound, you can kill a fox with that. Would a 30 foot-pound air rifle kill a fox at, say, 30 meters? Hang on, it did the wrong, it said 40. Yeah, it might do. How you doing, Nick? You alright, mate? Let's see if it says it couldn't quite kill it at 30. Let's see if it would at 20. 30. I said 30 foot-pound. It was just easier. 30 foot-pound air rifle can kill a fox at 20 meters. There you go. Right. There you go. I'm back with everyone now. I got a bit, you know. Saint said there's 292 meters a second, a quarter of a kilometer every second. That's somewhat mind-boggling when you think about it. Yes. So, Drop said, forgot to send you the downrange noise. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, I know it well, but yeah, I'd like to hear it from you as well. What have you been up to, Nick? Drop said, I put a pellet lid on Discord. I have pointed stuff and wad cutters, but the ones I use spread when they. Ah, nice. All right. Yeah, I'll have a look. But yeah, I'm just curious because and that's just so you're basically 28 foot-pound air rifle. That's straight off the shelf. No, like it's why I'm interested. It's surprising how powerful you could get them just straight out. So ours must be quite heavily restricted if naturally they're that powerful. You know what I mean? So I said, Mike, we're all artists here. Go ahead and follow the tangent. Yeah, that's all right. I was getting ready to mention the A word. Hello, Arthur. How you doing, mate? Senticom, how are you? He said, set up my Mankung Sobek today. String was a bit of a nightmare. I'll be honest with you. The last time I did a Sobek, it took me about 6 or 7 tries to get the string on. What it is nearly every time you do it, the bloody stringer is ever so slightly too long. So you shorten it a bit, still too long. Shorten it a bit, still too long. Shorten it again. Because you don't want it to be too short. It can be fiddly. Deep said, Penny, I'm just too old for this level of shite. Oh well, saves on the cost of Christmas present, for fuck's sake, mate. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It must be a nightmare. It's as you say, the older you get, less you want to bother with fucking shit, isn't it? It is handy, Drop, that they have the grain on them now. Oh, I see. They've almost got like a star kind of shape in it. Arthur said, not bad. Yeah, ain't too bad, mate. I've had a good shoot today. My gun, there's something slightly wrong with the sight, but I think I could live with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can live with it doing that. It's close enough. As long as I remember, I'm about half inch off. Because either that or I've got to fuck about for ages and ages and ages, you know what I mean? But I might get the... Next time we have a shoot, I'm going to chronograph. So I can't remember which one I chronographed. I must have chronographed... I think it was the Webley was 11 point. Yeah, no, it was. The Webley was 11.9. So I need to chronograph the BSA to see how powerful that is, just to make sure I'm in the legal limit. And then I'm going to do Jim and Jay's as well at the same time to check theirs. Just because sometimes it's just out of curiosity to see how powerful they are. See, a bit like with the crossbows, to see whether they are the advertised power. Someone who we don't talk about anymore said, I'm the one that did it. Oh, fuck's sake. I would have to play a clip though for that.
I'm the one that did it. But Mike gave credit to Timbo 66. He didn't give me credit. I'm the one that did it. I thought of it. I'm the one that did it.
Listen, you said that you came up with the tactical golf club, but clearly I've shown that I came up with it. So I'm the one who did it.
Apparently, I may have invented this. I'm the one that did it.
I'm the one that did it.
I'm the one that did it.
Oh, jeez.
Saint said, can you put other materials of pellet down the tube? I take it you've damaged the rifling, but steel must pack a punch. I don't think they do any steel pellets. You can get a steel tipped pellet with a plastic shroud or whatever you'd call it, plastic body to it, but the actual steel tip doesn't touch anything. And you can get different soft metals, but nothing hard. Drops in my 177, you have to aim like a square off and to the left. That's it. You can live with that if you know that's what it is. And Nick actually has a very good point. I hadn't thought about that. He said that power dropped, you could use way heavier pellets with that and get much better accuracy at that rate. Yes, I bought some once, and I don't know why. I think it was just because I wanted to test them. But you can get, like, I think they used to be, I can't remember what they were. Anyway, but you can get these much, like, longer, not much longer, but the longer and heavier 2.2 pellets that would actually probably shoot fucking lovely out of your gun and probably make it even more powerful. So I said, might be able to make a cord shot, Saint, if you had the patience. After I thought I was the one that did it. Yeah, Sabo. It's sort of like a Sabo. But yeah, it's just a metal cone with a rod, and then that rod is covered in plastic. Yeah. Ever said I'm the one that did it. Mike, Aiden, Deep, can you make ice bullets? You might be able to for a pellet gun, yeah. You might be realistically for a pellet gun. You might be able to. Perfect crime, no evidence. Saint said make an oblique pellet. Yes. Slingshot where I said the tactical golf club was my invention. Now I'm looking forward to my new episode of Nasty Goblins versus the Poop Shooters. Fuck's sake. Hello, my queen. How are you? Don't know if you saw my previous message, but did you get the email? Arthur, I did get it, but I haven't read it yet. Sorry, my queen, I hadn't seen your message. I am absolutely fucking shattered. I was surprised I'd be able to come on. The Fool said H&N lead pellets with a metal tip. They have a copper coated pellet and tin pellets. Let me have a look. I might actually have at least one or two of these old Prometheus. I don't think they were Prometheus. No, Prometheus are the other ones. I don't have any of them, but I have something else interesting that I could show you. When was the last time you saw one of those bastards? Oh, God. So, yeah. There you go, drops. Get yourself some heavyweight 2.2 pellets. I know usually they're marketed as like PCP 2.2 pellets. A bullet with a verticular. Yes. I've seen one of those. I didn't do it, by the way. I'm not the one who did it. But I've seen one of those darts being shot by one girl into another girl, into well, missed her crotch by about that far. It went into a thigh. Fucking hell. That's a weird story. Right. But yeah, Arthur, I will have a proper look soon, mate. I will look soon. New series, custom pallet test. Maybe. Problem is though, Saint, I do like doing them kind of videos, but no fucker ever watches them. I was going to do a series of doing all different broadheads, but no fucker watches them. So I could use heavier, but it's an air gun. You have to weigh the shot to the damage it does to the gun. Heavier shot means more compression onto it. Fair enough. Fair enough, yeah, probably not bother then. When you put it like that, yeah. Nick said JBS make 2.2 that you can get in like 26 grain. They'd work well. They would. Better off with 2-2 slugs if you have that power. Nice hollow point. Heavy slugs are good. Here's a it's sort of our hollow point, but yeah, but they're not heavyweight. Deep said I was listening to "Call Me an Angel" in the morning by Juice Newton, Deadpool music, and realised it's all about Lucifer, all about Lucifer, Morning Star. Fuck's sake. I'll try and give that a listen. That said, we're going to bugger off and watch a film. Enjoy your film, you two. I hope you had a good day and that you're not as knackered as I am. See you later. Bye bye. Jock said, and how old and how old, Saint? What did he say? God, I'm fucking tired. Spooky as fuck. I'll have to check it out. Spacey, how you doing, mate? Yeah, sweet dreams when you go to bed. All hail Lucifer. That's a long Lucy waves back. See you later. Fanny said, I don't know who is on Instagram, like Gillian Anderson, and I love the secretary. However, if you meet all these requirements, she is doing a read-through of that of her co-star for the Camp Miasma premiere. Oh, she's doing a premiere. Okay, I'll have to miss that one. I watched Miley Cyrus's latest album, not latest album, the last. Not actually, it wasn't. It was the film of the album. She premiered it the other day, even though I'd already seen it. After, is there any reason the screen is so weird? Also, only seeing my messages. You should not. That should not be happening to you, Arthur. So I have no fucking idea. No idea, mate. Don't laugh me arse off, Doctor. I didn't even see that message. I don't know what's happening. You two are replying to messages that don't mean nothing to me. Hannah Montana, I have no idea about Deep. Miley Cyrus, though, I do. Hannah Montana, I've never gone back that far. Miley Cyrus, though, yeah, she's alright. I know that was the character she played, but... Right, I don't know what to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Have I taken any paracetamols yet? Don't think I have. You been up to much today, Deep? Fanny said, just sent it to you. I am fanning myself in the traditional southern manner. Oh, Fanny. I genuinely thought that said, just sent it to you. I am fanning myself in the traditional southern manner, and I was trying to work out what the traditional southern fanny was about. Fanning with a fan. Okay. Saint said, put some radiator reflective stuff over your windows. Fuck this thing. I'm okay as long as I've got a fan on me. Yeah. I'm alright as long as I've got a fan on me. Which means my fan has been running for probably constantly 24 hours a day for fucking 7 days at least. And that fan just there, I've had for over about 20 years. That bastard still works. Don't let me down. Well, Hannah, Persia, how you doing, mate? You alright? Penny, I'll have a look later. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, put some radiator reflective stuff on the windows. Good idea. We don't talk about Hannah Montana. We don't talk about her in this house. It's Miley Cyrus. Went to the library and read 106 pages of Game of Thrones. The series really closely follows the book so far. Oh, nice. I think they deviate up to. I won't tell you, but you'll find out soon. Yeah, I think the series only gets up to like a few of the books. Penny said, "Oh, there is Fanny involved." I kept getting, when I was with Metallic, I kept getting my little fucking fan, pulling my trousers down, pulled the side of my boxer leg open, having a fan right up there. You know, it needed doing. Drop said they fucking hell, I can't talk. They are a miracle of the 7 day. The fuck's sake, Drop. I'm gonna blame you. The miracle of the 7 day fan. I never turn the fucker off. It's amazing. I turn it off when I'm not in the room, but if I'm in the room, the fucking thing's on. I'm full of good ideas, mate. So, what can I say? Bullshit. The other day I got so desperate, Metallic suggested putting a big bowl of water on the floor and put my feet in it. That helped. Milb said, what do you think of the Cobra R9? I have got one of them. It's a good crossbow. It is a good crossbow. If you want a full-size crossbow, I'd get one. Definitely. They are well worth owning. Great to shoot. Easy to cock. Loads of different power options. Shoots full-size bolts so you can put broadheads on. Yeah. Penny, by the time I've read the rest of the books, George might have finished the last one. I hope the ending is better than the shite it was the series ending. Oh god. Oh, Ron, how you doing? Hang on. So Arthur said, have you had a drink tonight, Mike? No, I'm completely sober. Ron, hello. He said, if there's any single young men in the chat, make yourself known to me. And I'm not interested. You can have the young men. I'm not interested in any young men. not for the reasons you are, anyway. They can come around here, shoot guns. There'll be no homo, no touching. You know. Don't be shy. We won't bite unless we want you to. For God's sake. Don't you make me read things like that? Paul said Desmond's gathered at black masses, stealing foreskins from the masses. Spyro wheels that kept on turning are the people never learning. Desmond's coming for their skins with their Spyro eyes and grins. I hope you're saving all of these. They're fucking great. I don't have time to copy them down. Excellent work. Drop said, yeah, cool. We call them box fans, and they run 24/7. Yeah, they are dropped. But I've got one up there. There's one running there, and there's one behind it. And lucky I got two on. Exactly. They're made for running 24 hours a day. Saints had surprised you and Malcolm and anyone else hasn't rigged up a generator for your AC. I got tempted. But then I'd have to, you know, if I'm that desperate, I'd have to be going out siphoning petrol. So, you know, it'd be full on criminality at that point because I ain't paying for fucking petrol. A solar panel powered. Yeah, why ain't no one invented that for fuck's sake? Either a solar panel fucking AC or a fucking wind powered AC. The fuck's wrong with people? Why have people not invented this shit? Ron said, oh, Yappy Daddy is reading for milking. Who wants to come and help him, fuck's sake? Fanny said if he doesn't eat himself to death first, he has said he has at least 2 coming, maybe 3. Oh, what, George R.R. Martin, yeah. Yeah, if Penny needs to wield her spanner. You know, you go ahead, Penny, if you want. Turn the second one on and turbocharge the closer one. Good idea. That's not what Nick does. Nick has a big one pointed at a big one pointed at a slightly smaller one. Pointed at a slightly smaller one, I think. Yes. One on the windowsill. I could probably do that. Wind powered AC is wind. It is. However, once you're indoors, it doesn't work like that. So don't you fucking correct my genius idea. Fine, no, you fart in its general direction, yes. Evil said, what do you expect us to do? We're busy doing forbidden things like feeding Michael after midnight. Well, exactly. Exactly. Oh. Wind powered AC. Why hasn't someone done it yet? It's fucking people. These people, they're good at anything, are they? Scientists, who needs them? Contain the winds to make wind. Got it. Maybe an air conditioner that could be made from the wind is just, I've done it. I've already done it. I've just figured it out. I have just, within 5 seconds, I have created a realistic wind-powered AC, which I'll tell you how to do it now. Are you sitting down comfortably? Are you prepared for this? What you need, not a fan. It's not called a fan, because that technically isn't powered by the wind. That's forcing wind upon you. What you need, you know those ear horn things that take the sound in through the cone, and then it concentrates it down to a little point into your ear, makes it louder. So all you need is a fucking massive, humongous, giant fucking horn thing on top of your house, collects all of the cold air that's up there, blows it down into a little thing like that in your face. You get wind-powered AC. Done. I created it. I'm the one who did it. Alright? Yes. I've done it. I don't need to read any other person's comment. I've done it. I've just created it. Maybe we can have shared custody. Oh god. Could always open the window for the wind. It's not cold enough though. You need to be right up there high to collect that cold wind. That mountainous cold wind. Yes. Same reason no one makes dehydrated water. Do you know what I did want to make though, and I think it exists now. I did want to once make the two inventions I generally like to make are powdered alcohol, so that you could just get a couple of spoonfuls, put it in a drink it, and get drunk. Powdered alcohol, which I think exists, and the other one was, and this one may exist in one form or another, but I can't remember what it was now. But it was something along the lines of a completely 100% sugar-free alcohol that was never made from sugar or anything sugary in the first place. And there was a reason for this. I think it was so that diabetics could drink booze. So I thought about making alcohol from like aspartame or whatever it is. However, if you have any aspartame in large quantities, it gives you the shits. So that's not going to happen. Melted ice for proper hydration, same reason. And I did. I'm going to move on. I've read it. Build a flame-powered fridge unit like caravan fridges, then add a solar panels and PC fans, candles, solar powered and saw powered AC. Fucking hell. Until a bee goes inside of it and launches it in your face. Put a little fucking grill on it. Dot said powdered alcohol, just rub a little into dumps. Exactly. Steve, how you doing? Evil said I'll soak the little fucker for your penny. Got in there, it's so astronauts can get drunk in space and not worry about the extra weight of liquid. Maybe. But yeah, I can't remember why I was thinking about why I wanted to make powdered alcohol. But I think powdered alcohol is a thing now. I can't remember what it was. Powdered alcohol, and alcohol that's never ever been made from sugar. And because what I mean by that, all alcohol is made by some form or other of a type of sugar. Honey, you know, it's all eating, it's all yeast eating some kind of sugar, and then basically they piss and shit out alcohol, essentially. That's what it is, it's a byproduct of the yeast eating sugar. As far as I'm aware, I don't think any alcohol is made from stuff that isn't some kind of sugar, if you know what I mean. Some kind of Yeah. I can't remember why. I can't remember what it was that I thought it would be a good idea. I think it might have been for diabetics. Pete, how you doing, mate? Penny's rubbing my hands in glee. Steve, how you doing, mate? What you been up to? We're just talking bollocks at the minute. Speaking of sugar and making alcohol, is your garden dead? No, it's not. It's not. It's everything I planted out there is alive per se. So everything that died. But the ones that I planted later are still going. So I might get some squashes. I might get some tomatoes. I've got a tomato plant that's lovely and healthy. I planted the little ends of some. We had some leeks, so I just chucked the bottoms of those in because they'll grow again. Got some leeks growing. The citrus trees are all right, but they're not going to have any fruit. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Oh, and the fucking grass. You've never seen such lush, beautiful grass. And we've not had grass in our back garden for like 15 years. It's been dirt. Yeah, good old peaches is on. Sainted, I bet mango made alcohol will taste amazing. It probably would. However, a lot of alcohol, Saint, what it starts off as, it often don't taste like that later. Because if you think of wine, think of red wine and white wine. Fucking red grapes are beautiful. I fucking love red grapes. Sweet as anything. Red wine tastes nothing like fucking grapes, does it? Horrible. Red wine tastes like shit. Steve said I had 2 ops, Mike. Feeling sore, but I'm okay. Oh, I'm glad you're alright, Steve. I can know. Glad you're alright, mate. Said I'm also guessing that's a food talk, so I should stop. I had grapes, alright. They don't count. Okay. Deep said 9 years ago I invented a heated rotating multi-prong for making sauces without using a heated pan. I didn't patent it, and now that's how it's done in factories. I could have been a millionaire. Do you know what, Deep? That's sad, but amazing. Yeah, I've created 2 things that now exist. So I sat there and I thought of an idea for people who were completely paralysed but could move their eyes, right? Because at the time there was no way for people who had locked-in syndrome but could move their eyes to communicate. So I thought, right, and this was way before it ever existed. I thought they're starting to be able to develop motion detection where your eyes look. Fucking obvious. If you could track some bastard's eyes, you could track a fucking mouse on a fucking keyboard or anything. And that's what they do now. They track people's eyes. People with like locked-in syndrome or whatever, or or just like paralysed. They put this thing on, tracks their eyes, and then you can look at a screen, and you can do anything then, really. And that's what they do now. And I thought of that a good 5 years before it ever was a thing. Yeah. But I'm glad that's a thing now, because, yeah, maybe we thought these things into existence. And because we thought of them, that they happened. Squash booze sounds sketchy at best. Fanny said, as ever, Steve, how are you and the doggo? Drop said, the struggle of spacing out on a tangent deep. Yes, there will be a few tonight. Penny said, has anyone seen The Odyssey? I would watch that, but I don't know when I'll watch it. I like, it's Christopher Nolan. I suddenly thought his name wasn't Christopher. It's Christopher Nolan, isn't it? I like his films anyway. I would watch it. Drop said, tired and sore evil but productive. Hot and sweaty evil, oh yeah. I swear to God, Mike, if you're saying you invent... No, God, I did not invent glasses. I invented... No. I invented something that could track your eyes. So that when you look about... And you know, when I thought about it, because they kept showing these fucking, like, joke things about tracking people's eyes to see that bloke looked at women's crotches and women looked at people's faces. And I thought, if you can fucking track people's eyes that easily, well, you fucking give them the ability to track something on a fucking computer screen, and they can do anything. Then they can watch the telly, turn it over, put films on, go on the internet. You know what I mean? I say anything, but you know what I mean. But I didn't invent glasses. Steve said, Penny lost little Scruff. God, I miss him. My light has gone, Penny. It was the best part of me. Saint said, I only know about locked-in syndrome from House MD. It must be terrifying. Yeah, horrible. Sounds fucking horrible, doesn't it? Or anything sort of from the neck down ain't good, you know. It was about as melty, but probably less productive. By that math, my oldest brother came out of spinning wheels. Fuck off. No, I invented it. Well, it hadn't dropped when I thought about it. It did not exist because I looked. So fuck you. I invented this miracle fucking cure for people who can't fucking move, and some other bastard stole it. Kung Fu Tuber said, I've thought about the idea about being able to use digital camera looking at an item to identify what it was in about 2005, 2006. Missed out on that myself. The thing is, a lot of these things though, a lot of these things, they're sort of, a lot of people have probably thought about it. It's just putting it to fruition. Drop said eye tracking. Go back and watch Stephen Hawking's. Right? No. Right, this was way before that. He used to sit there with his hand like that. You fucking lying bastard, on a little fucking keyboard. Fuck you, Drops. I'm not accepting that. He fucking used to sit there with a little fucking keyboard going like that. You fucking bastard. Don't you start that shit with me. Fanny said, I am balls deep in the controversy between the only woman who published a translation and what he did. That's gone over my head there, Penny, but maybe send me a message about it. Steve said, Mike watched the Crow Girl TV series. Alright, I'll check that out. Kung Fu Tuber said, indeed, just need to get it made before everyone else. Exactly. Furious, okay. Penny said, I think it will be an experience. I do not think he went about it the way that I would like, but anyone in a different way will have halfway. Oh, the Odyssey. Okay, sorry, Penny. I got a bit mixed up with what you was talking about. Yes. Okay, let me go back. Balls deep in the controversy between the only woman who published a translation and what he did. Okay, yeah, I get you now. The Oddity, though, I've not seen that. Can we at least make fun of his Dalek voice translation, folks' sake? Yeah, maybe. I'm not doing impressions of it though. Fall said The Oddity is a movie I like. Never watch unless strapped up, Clockwork Orange style, and forced to watch it. I do want to watch The Oddity. That is on my list to watch. Bloody Stephen Hawking's frightened with his eyes. That's bullshit, mate. You're gonna make me Google it now to prove a point. How did Stephen Hawking's write? Was it with his eyes or with his hands? Stephen Hawking did not write with his eyes. Don't make me do this shit. And then it says, actually, we're both wrong. And it says, or his hands in later years. He used a computer system controlled by a single cheek muscle. There you go. There's a cheeky little fucker. He had a handheld clicker. You bloody fucking... I'm not having it, Drops. I'm not having it. I love you, mate. But I'm not having your bullshit. Hello, Gary. How you doing, mate? You've not been on in a while. You okay, Muck? I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. He's off down to Waltham Abbey in Essex in 2 weeks' time for a 4-day piss up. Nice. I hope you have a good time. You're lucky, Dropped. I would have got Penny to go over there and assault you for that kind of bollocks. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? And he said, you see the new Corcoran field boots? I did. Very nice. Yeah, Metallic liked them. Kung Fu Tuber said he had a handheld clicker. Didn't know he worked on security. Yes, he did. He worked the doors. He worked the doors. He was notorious on them. Nick said Hawking actually used all of those at different points in his disability progressed, so you're both right. Don't you start, Nick. Don't you bloody start. Don't you start defending that drops. Don't do it. Don't bring yourself down to his level. No, it is true, he did, but yeah. But not when I came up with that eyeball thing. When I came up with it, no one had done it. It was one of those technologies they used for fucking basically jokes and maybe computer games. Saint said, I'm not the one in the doghouse today. Woohoo. It can all change pretty quickly, Saint. It can change very, very quickly. Nick said, either I'm right or you're ableist. There's no in between. I guess I'm fucked then. Guess I'm fucked, yes. Drop said, can't remember what it was, but watched a thing before he died where a guy was helping him write a book. Dude kept guessing the word he wanted, so it'd go faster. Imagine that. And how fucking frustrating that would be as well. No, I remember later on, yeah, when he was like, you know, more paralysed, I suppose. Bertie said, what are you doing in a break in your using in a weapon? What are you doing in a break in? Oh, what am I doing in a break in? I don't know what you mean, Bertie, but what weapon would I use in a break in? Or what am I doing? What weapon would I take when I'm doing a break in? Or what weapon would I take a break using if I was using a weapon? John said he had a chair controlled by the cheek muscle. Yes, we mentioned that. How you doing, Rich? Right. The drop said, can't remember what it was, but watched a thing. Oh no, I read that because that actually made me properly laugh. What would I get? The closest thing to hand, which could be lots of things. Lots and lots of things. Theoretically, yeah, hypothetically. Try guessing hypothetical space science for him. He was apparently a massive arsehole in real life as well. So he said, much use of your HR-50 yet, Mike? No, not yet, no. I was going to have a shoot today, but I was just fucking about the air rifles. What I need to do is get like a load of ammo for it so I can have like a proper shoot and not worry about using everything. Humphrey Tuber said at least he didn't make a stutter whilst making the book. Oh, Christ. Neville said, I'm fully against them making things that are political, and that's all a director does when he adds gender and racial ideology to any movie. Saint said, what weapon would you bring when breakdancing? Maybe not a weapon, but I would bring a bump cap for when I'm doing the head spins. John said, Mike, did I tell you that the Setme rifle was bought? It had a bad recoil spring, buffer firing pin spring, and broken firing pin. Fucking hell, I'm glad you got it all fixed, yeah. Glad you got it fixed. That's a lot to fuck up. Nick said, apparently he was lecturing at Cambridge. If someone pissed him off, he'd come back the next day having written an essay berating them. That's quite cool in a way, though. You imagine if he had to work at like a normal school, though. The amount of abuse he'd get. He'd probably end up actually getting beaten up. They wouldn't give a fuck. You know, because the abuse, if you go to like a fucking, you know, the kind of school we went to, he'd be going out and crying every day. Shocked into compliance. Drops and Michael was used the same technique right before he breaks into a house. He puts on a balaclava and moves all the rest of his clothes. Have you been spying on me, Drops? Have you been spying on me? They're trying to do a brain implant that can control disability equipment. I'll end up in front of a car with my mind wandering while controlling a power chair. Yeah, that's amazing though, isn't it? But yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I do love that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a bit scary that you could accidentally, just veer off the side of a fucking cliff. John said, and John is moving towards the fucking cliff again, yes. Oh, God. Hello, Dolly. How you doing? Hey, Mike. Hope you are fab. I'm not too bad. About to go out, but just dropping in to say hi. Have a great evening. You have a great evening too, Dolly. Always nice for you see you drop in and say hello. Hope you have a lovely evening. It's late to go out, isn't it? Have a good one. Hope you have a great night. He said back away from the cliff. Drop said educated guess, and you do it so they know it's not your twin. Evil said I wasn't talking politics as opposed to pointing out my dismay as it seems to be everywhere unnecessarily. So you don't know my opinion on changing the race and sexuality of certain characters, because I think sometimes it doesn't matter so much. Other times it means a lot. It is what it is, isn't it? But there are some characters that are very, very specifically written as a certain sexuality, or not sexuality, sexuality, yeah, male, female. What am I trying to say there? Gender, fucking hell. Fuck's sake, I don't know. Anyway, whatever, whatever. Let's move on. Oh God. Idris Elba should never have played Roland fucking Deschain. Let's move on. Who brought that up? Gender, thank you, Peach. Thank you. I'm an old man, I'm not hip. I'm not with the times anymore. Oh God. He said, Mike, when I gave up all my gear, somewhere else, 7 tubs of 50. Oh, I can't talk tonight. 50 caliber Devastator ammo. If I can find them out, I'll send them. You know what, Steve? I would love that. If you want to do that, I'd be well up for that. I'll get there, Pete. I am weird. I'm down with the kids, really. Jack Reacher should have been someone about 6'2", not Tom Cruise. That's a good point. That is a very good one. Yeah. Because I've read that, and that's why the Tom Cruise playing it controversy happened, because Reacher was supposed to be like 6'5" or something, fucking massive, like proper big. And that's part of the character, why he can do the stuff he does, isn't it? So having him like 5'8", it's not realistic to the story. And I know you can, suspend your disbelief and all that bullshit, but sometimes I think these things just don't work. Some dick I know. I know that when they redid The Stand, they changed. Who's ever seen the original Stand? And the old bloke, I can't remember his name now. It'll come to me in a minute. The old bloke who had arthritis, right? I think it's him. Glenn. Is it Glenn? I think Glenn, in the original one, is an old man. In the remake, they turned that an old white man, Glenn was. They turned that character into a Native American woman, if that's how you're supposed to describe them as nowadays. Even that might be wrong. We just have to wait 50 more years for remakes. Well, there you go. Maybe someone will do it right. I don't fear the Reaper starts by. Yes, exactly, dropped. Yes, 50, more like 15. Oh God. Yeah. Now you're just some dick that I used to know. I don't even. Where did that even come from? I don't even know what I said. Hello, Just Smile. He said, hello, gorgeous ones. How much to get rid of my wife? She's doing my head in. She's doing me head in and emptying my bank account every week. It's about time you all helped me and got rid of her once and for all. Can you help? I would suggest. There's a trick. I've never ever tried it myself, but it is absolutely fucking foolproof. From the times I've seen, I've known it to happen within my presence, if that makes sense, but I weren't quite there when it happened. But this guarantees to every time make people go away. Right? Absolutely guaranteed. Cover yourself in your own shit. Just take a shit and just wipe it all over yourself. And then see what she does. I guarantee she'll fuck off and never come back. I have just solved all your problems there. Trump said was getting groceries and saw way too many young'uns wearing what I used to wear as a teen. Saved me money on clothes for a kid. Saved me money on clothes for the kid, and I get to laugh knowing that this arse hat's had to buy jeans on eBay. I know I've quite badly butchered that, but yes. Saves me money on clothes for the kid, and I get to laugh knowing that these arse hats have to buy jeans off eBay. Yes. Thanks, I'm brushing my teeth as you said that. Cheers. Yes, I feel like I've had two experiences with people covering themselves in their own shit. But I can't remember what the second one was, but I know definitely once. Paul said, I've seen someone eat their own shit before. And they weren't drunk either. Paul said, I'm pissed they keep replacing gingers in remakes. We gingers must fight back. They're replacing the whitest first. And that's the last time you saw an albino in a movie. 1982, Vamp. I don't know when it was made. Painted the whitest teeth he ever came across, Saint. Nick said, I don't think never seeing her again counts as much if you're permanently abroad. It works. Drop said, who knew that cargo pants would be collector? Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Yeah, but Drop, you can't fucking call these kids clowns. You dressed exactly the same. You're just a vintage clown. Two girls, one cup. No, I've seen it in real life. In real life in front of me, about that far away. DC said, been listening to Cunt in the Gang podcast. He made the very good point that that's gone. Your comment's gone. Hello, TC. How you doing, mate? Full said, start going hard into BDSM. If she don't fuck off, at least you'll have some fun together. Yeah, that's a great one. That is a great one. The killers wear camo. That's sake. Yes, there you go. Ban camo. Oh god, yeah, the BDSM thing's quite good actually. Yeah, and if she likes it, you'll be fucking sorted, mate. Nick said, I saw someone talking about Rockport shoes the other day. That brought me back. No idea how popular they were down south. Do you know what? If it was, I was never into that kind of stuff anyway. Like any kind of fashion stuff, I was never into it. I used to go to school with my Doc Marten boots on, pair of school trousers, shirt and bomber jacket, and have my head shaved. So, yeah. My jacket is 30 years old from my surplus pile. New clothes are such shit quality. I still wear the same, apart from I wear trainers now, I pretty much wear the same shit I always have. John said it's bananas because grunge already came and went again. Yes. Just Smile said, are you saying you will shit on it? No, you shit and you put your own shit on you. Oh, DNF, you know what? Shut up, Nick. Yeah, maybe. No, not at all. Said, are you saying you will shit on her and I'll give you the money and that'll get rid of her? That sounds like a good idea to me. When can it be done? No, you got a shit and you put it on you. Penny said, easy, Pete. We know you wear camo. Yeah, what did Pete say? I missed his comment. Killer wear camo. Yes. Oh, God. Apart from what? Apart from WC, Matt? That's the best. Oh, what good quality? I know. Where are we? Drop said, I guess what I'm saying is I'm waiting for Wales to come back. That's sake. If they do it right and she'll be too exhausted to shop. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think the BDSM or the shitting's quite a good way to go. And you know what, Dropped? I don't even know what whale tail is. Got a fucking clue. My favourite comment tonight's probably Nick's so far. So, Nick, don't say things like that. The only reason I don't wear boots regularly, I've got a lovely pair of boots. Penny bought me them for my birthday. Absolutely love those boots. But they're like, I don't go out enough to need to wear them. When I go around Metallics, I'll wear them. And when we went on the road trip, I took them with me. But I don't do enough walking around to wear my boots all the time now. There's no point putting boots on indoors. Low-rise jeans, high-waisted thong. You don't tell me that you fucking dress like that, for fuck's sake, Dropped. I've now got a picture in my fucking head of the Dropped with a pair of fucking jeans hanging underneath his arse cheeks and a thong pulled up half of his back. How dare you do that to me? How dare you? I feel assaulted. I love you, Dropped. I've seen most of your body, but, you know, I didn't want to see that. Nick said, only means anything, yeah, if you know what NF means, yeah, exactly. Stands for, but then I'll ask what you know. Yes, exactly. That's not talent, Nick. That's not talent. Yeah, with his hairy ass. I could see his hairy ass. I'm opening his ass cheeks. I don't know why. I can see the thong down his ass cheeks with the hairs like hanging over the side. 4 Dropped, changing it to Slut Dropped. No one asked you to imagine it. It literally came into my head completely unwillingly. Yeah, Mike, I meant me, you lunatic. Well, you said, I'll quote you again, I can't wait. I guess what I'm saying is I'm waiting for Whale Tails to come back. And we were talking about the clothes that you wear. You was talking about the clothes that you wear. Penny said, BDSM Penny, she'll be too tired to use the phone. Let her get to the computer. Does it say spank me? Asked the Dropped. He's the one wearing them. Like a stringed hay bale, yes. Yes. So I said, well, that's a tangent I didn't need. Opening his arse. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that, but it just happened. Oh, Christ. Clapping cheeks. Apparently so. Apparently so. Oh, God. Just Muzz, is it safe to buy a crossbow in the UK? Yes, you can. Are they going to make them have a license? Yes. I don't want to waste my money. I've got about 1,500 quid to spare. I'll sell you a crossbow tomorrow for 1,500 quid if you want one. Got it. I'll do you a crossbow. But for 1,500 quid, I'll do you 2 crossbows and as many bolts as I can physically get. Pro said one of the new starts said he thought he recognised me but wasn't sure. So I asked him, do you watch a lot of gay porn? I do love you, Pose, yeah. You love to abuse those little fuckers, don't you? And you know what? They probably all deserve it. Jot said, no, I wear my thongs backwards so it's as juicy across my cheeks. God, again, I've just pictured that whole entire thing. I got too much of a good imagination. Because I know semantics are a thing. TC is always fun on these streams. There's a good laugh in it, TC. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy them. I do like nights like this when we just go a bit mental. Talking that crap. It's just fucking hell, Penny. Now you're going almost too far, Penny. Nearly. You should say tangy. Fucking hell, Penny. Right. Talking with an American yesterday, he knows a lot about guns. Do you know what? I would say a lot of them do. However, if you watch American horror films, a lot of the time you'd assume they don't. You never see a fucking gun in a horror film, ever. I can't wait for you to get Neuralink, Mike. We'd be able to see all the pictures of the streams. That would be amazing. That would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, real pictures of the streams of what you're thinking. Fuck, you know. I'd be up for that, but then I'd also be too scared that I'd start imagining, like, people naked accidentally while we was, And if that was real, that'd be amazing, because I could picture each of you how I think you look. Johnson, I don't need to imagine. There isn't a whole lot of you. I haven't seen Mike. Well, there you go. Exactly. John Charles, how you doing, mate? You right? Me and Dropped, we've seen all the important parts, haven't we? While I was drunk, you know, we get a bit carried away occasionally. It's all in good taste. TC says the most homes have a long gun, a shotgun, and a revolver is common. Oh, nice. Penny said, "You guys aren't watching me shower." Foles said that's because the horror is, or before it starts with guns. Yes, but well, do you know? Because you know why they don't. You often why they don't have guns in horror films is because often when the killer comes out, realistically, the bloke would just go like that, shoot him, and the film would be done in like a minute. Stream would definitely get taken down. It'd be all right on privates. It would be an amazing thing. That would. There'd be a monthly sub to hide rather than the other. It would definitely. Drop said a Neuralink and the whole stream is just two dogs fucking. Oh god, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. So I pictured that, but I pictured them. You said two dogs fucking, right? Let's guess in what configuration I pictured these two dogs fucking. Gone. This will be interesting. In what configuration did I picture two dogs fucking? Come on. Let's see who really can read my mind. TC says that a 38 is one of the best revolvers to have. I think it's because they often recommend a slightly lower powered revolver or other smaller powered pistols because of shooting through the walls, because they often don't have brick walls. Do you know what, Dropped? You are fucking right. You were picturing them ass to ass and stuck. I fucking well was. That's exactly what I pictured in my head when you said two dogs fucking. I did. Ass to ass stuck together. That's exactly what I fucking pictured. Yes. Dropped. I don't know what you get for that, but you know. You get something. I'm so glad someone guessed that right. Amazing stream topic. Just Smile said, "Do you have any friends that could make a rocket, please?" The last person I know did that went to prison for about 7 years. So, well, got sentenced to that long. Nearly did anyway. No. TC said, "That's what he says I should get if I ever become an American." There you go. But yeah, there is a reason they like these. You have a lower powered pistol for shooting indoors because Americans don't have brick walls like we do inside usually. If you have a pistol that's too powerful or a rifle, you shoot through the walls, kill your family. But yeah. Drop some weapon into a horror movie, it becomes an action movie. Oh, good point, yes. Drops, I love you, man, I got you. I love you too, Drops, yes. Not what I expected. Was the red rock... Well, you couldn't see it, because they was basically ass to ass. Oh, Christ. It's nice to know that, you know, most of us are very much, you know, on the same wavelength here. Especially me and Dropped, we're very much on the same wavelength. It's just I've been taking on the excess calories that he needs. So if me and him split the calories that I have a day, me and him would both be the perfect specimens of human beings. Not that we're not anyway, but you know, a doctor would tell you otherwise. You know. Saint said, "Have you made a paintball catcher yet? It would be a cool video." I nearly made it today. But instead, I started making a fully wooden backstop for the air rifles because I knew that them lot was getting their new guns, and I knew that these guns could be way off. One of them was off by about that far. So, if you don't have a big enough backstop and you miss it, that'll go through the back fence, and then we'll have the police fucking call. So I was making a big wooden backstop today. So, and then we ended up shooting. I was just about to finish it when they came back. So, yeah. So the paintball catcher nearly maybe tomorrow. Godskin Joe, fuck's sake. If you're gonna picture me in a thong, I can call out your visuals. You've just done it again, mate. Whoever mentioned the gutter idea yesterday, I really like it. Yeah, I think that's all. As long as what you're shooting, it will hit it and drop down. That's perfect idea. Yeah. I'll probably do it in a box though, I think. It's not a matter of knowing someone who can make one, it's a matter of knowing someone who stupidly would. Yes, exactly. Why do Americans seem to know a lot about guns? I'd say ask them, but I don't think we need to. The drop said paintball catchers are a pain. It needs to have enough give so it doesn't break the pellet. Well, this is what I'm doing, drop. So technically it's not actually a paintball catcher. It's a paintball gun, essentially, shooting rubber balls. Hard rubber that doesn't bounce, so it's not bouncy, it don't shoot all over the place. So they won't break either. But yeah. Kung Fu Tuber said, was me who mentioned the curtain over the gutter and into a tub? Yes. Saint said, I shot some MDF with my pellets, they ricocheted, which was news to me. Yeah, I think the MDF is very dense, because I'll tell you what, we've been shooting some like 12, that's about 10mm ply. 10mm ply, and them air offs to shoot straight through it. So I've had to do like 3 layers. So I've got the ply, then some carpet, then some more wood, then a gap, and then more wood, and then you've got the fence. So hopefully, all of that, no pellet should penetrate. But I just said to them, like, make sure you monitor it every now and then. If you're making a hole, just stick a bit of wood behind there. Ben said, because we all have family members that love them. Exactly. Bojo said, I had a fired sheet, a fire sheet behind my box for my sling catches, the ball bearings, and they roll down the inside and don't go on the fire. Oh yeah, like yeah, just fucking hell, of course, just a piece of cloth down like that. Yeah, fitted sheet. Yeah, I've got even if you just had something that won't go through like that and curled up on another piece of string. Yeah, fitted sheet. Yes. Do you know what? I could probably do that whole set with just a piece of carpet. But the thing is, I wanted to make, the thing is, they're all great ideas, by the way, but I want to make something that other people would want to watch a video on. Because if I just said, oh, here's a piece of carpet in a J shape, people will go, oh yeah, good idea, but they probably won't watch it. So I might, and I want it portable, so I might make even just a piece of carpet in a curled up fucking thing like that. In a box. Would probably do it, wouldn't it? And then you can just pick that thing up. But yeah, fitted sheet, great idea. Hang it over a line. He's blind and smokes weed, but was telling me about basically a sawn-off shotgun that he could get. Nice. Just Smile said, is there any chance you could all come camping on my farm, bring a shovel and dig a big hole for me, and then take the wife for a walk? Well, I thought we was going to get threatened with a bumming then, so, I'm going to have to say no now. Nick said, I used an old chipboard desktop for my backstop, soft enough that they didn't ricochet and hard enough that no chance to go through. That's it. Josh, how you doing, mate? You alright? Has to have give so there isn't ricochets, yes. Fitted sheet, 4 pegs, and some paracord. Yeah, I can see it in my head. Perfect. Perfect, Pajay. Perfect. Yeah. I might, do you know what? That might be the way to go. Stick a piece of paper up on. Pin a bit of paper up, yeah. Yeah. Won't bounce off of it, will they? I genuinely think that'll probably be the easiest thing to do. Just get an old sheet. hang it up on the line. Because then you can just screw it back. If I just get the... So... Yeah. Yeah. I've got some old curtains. Maybe I'll do it with my old curtains that was in here. They even got the wires through. So I'll just hang them up. And you might need two posts just to hang it on. Shoot that. And then they'll just drop into the bottom, won't they? Fucking hell. Great idea. Vol said, think of what the movie Rain of Fire would have been like without weapons. Or Nightmare on Elm Street, set in special needs housing centre. Wet the bed horrors. No survivors or defence. No, I get you, but what because I'm sort of saying the other way though. In a lot of horror films, if they had guns, it would literally be over in 2 minutes. The killer would come in and they'd just shoot him dead, and that's it. That's what I was getting at. That there's a reason why horror films usually Americans don't have guns, which I think is highly unrealistic in a way. But it ain't, because the truth is I know a lot of Americans actually who don't own any guns at all, who genuinely don't. They're still well up for the Second Amendment and all that and the right to bear arms, they just don't want to have them. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I do get, fault. But I said I smoke, and I know, I really like that idea actually, just really simple. Mike hanging up his curtains with suspicious white stains. Neighbours won't like that, you know. There's no white stains on my fucking... There ain't no white stains on my fucking curtain. You've been smiling on me. Where are we? Wolverine with spoons. Watched the newest Mortal Kombat this morning. Wasn't too bad, nice. Alien beats that with acid blood. TC said I spent all day watching Popo catching murderers. It's quite scary. Sake, TC. You've had an entertaining day, but you spend the same. That's the same kind of thing my mum does all day. I was often convinced that she was plotting a murder, but it's just the snow camo curtain. Exactly, Peach. Thank you for defending me. Thank you for defending my honour. And where he thinks these white fucking stains are coming from? Shooting rubber bolts. For fuck's sake. If I was an American, I'd have a shitload of guns. Same here. If I was an English person, I'd have loads of guns. Yeah, why not? The thing is, I'll be doing exactly what I do now. It's just I'd be buying firearms as well because they're a lot easier to get. My life wouldn't change much really, and I'd probably be making knuckle dusters still. But other than that, it wouldn't change much. Does your ma watch a lot of stuff about mother killing their kids and getting away with it? Luckily not. Not that I've noticed. Maybe she turns it over when I come in. Maybe she does. Maybe she turns it over. Crow's Nest, how you doing? You alright? White and brown, perfect camo. Depends where you need to, hide yourself, doesn't it? Yes. How you doing, Crow's Nest? You're right. You've missed some wonderful topics tonight. Yeah, absolutely wonderful topics. I don't know what to do. I ought to do a YouTube video tomorrow, but I keep getting to the stage where I can't be asked. But every time I don't do a YouTube video, I don't earn any money. Pete said, always got your back, Mike. Got your back so much I've become you. See Discord for the joke. Okay. Have you grown a goatee or something? Put on about £100. Oh Christ, where is it, Peach? Where is it? In general, maybe. That's great. He did exactly what I said, but just hadn't put the weight on. Do you know what, Peach? That is a wonderful impression of me. The best thing of all, he's got the fucking eyes down to a fucking T and the position. Yes. That is probably, Pete, my second favourite thing I've seen today. The first one was picturing the dropped in a thong. That, honestly, Pete, I would send you a little present for doing that. It's mental, I love it. He's got the pose exactly right, so I can't show you it, or can I show you it, Pete? Can I show them, or is it strictly for the Discord? Oh my god. Got to do that because of your censorship. Shaking my head. Topics like, how would I picture two dogs fucking? Yes. Remember getting corrected by someone when calling KDs instead of BKs? Yeah, what the fuck's a BK? I'm sound started reading with the alien acid blood stuff. Okay? That's gone over my head, I don't know what you mean. Started my latest build today, it's turning out good. Oh, nice one, Persia. Oh, so... Peter, this is Peter's new cosplay. Now, if I put this close enough to the camera, I swear to God, I don't think you'd even know the difference. In fact, let me, I'll turn this off, and then, hang on, I'll just come back, hang on. You do make me laugh, Pete. The best thing is he's got the fucking eyes, absolutely perfect. Wide open eyes, look at them. Look at those absolutely wide open eyes. Oh, I do love your feet, that is great. Oh, fuck. And the angle, he's got the exact angle of the sitting position. Yeah. You've got true fucking artist's eyes there, Pete. You had that exactly right. Oh, you stoned, Pete. Nice one, Persia. What you making? TC said, only problem that I've found is that Americans should have an NHS. All the other stuff is great. Yes. It was a trust me, crow's nest. You missed worse. Just said, Mike, where'd you get the deer foot? I want to make a similar bow. So that deer foot I got was from Metallic, and it was specifically from someone who had shot a deer. That's the thing. So it weren't bought from nowhere. You might be able to buy deer's feet. You might be able to, but I don't know where you'd get them from. Yeah, someone. I'll tell you what, Josh. Though, Metallic still does sometimes get hold of stuff like that. So I'll try and keep an eye out for you, and if it happens, we might be able to get you one. Might. There is a possibility, because she's often always after stuff like that. Yeah, so it's basically someone had shot a deer as part of their deer culling job, and then they said, do you want the feet? And she said, yeah, I'll have the feet. And then, it was, no, do you want the skin? I don't know, anyway. And then she had to go back and get the feet, because he chucked them. Yeah, bloke had chucked them away. What's he chucking the feet? But then the thing is, to a lot of people who shoot deers and that, they got no interest in having any parts of it. They just want the meat. They didn't shoot the foot off. No, he didn't shoot the feet. What he done, Pete, like I say, he shot the deer and then cut the feet off, cut the head off and skinned it, gutted it, took the meat away, chucked away the head, chucked away the feet. And then I think he gave Metallic the skin. And then at the same time, she said, have you got the feet? Because the feet can be made into things. I've got a fucking a hook thing over there. A lovely little hook that Metallic made me that I put my wedding rings on when I marry her. That's made of a muntjac foot, but they're tiny. They didn't shoot the feet off. Even if it varies, I did get quite lewd for a bit, it did. Josh said, there's some on eBay, but it's decorated. Yeah, nice one, Mike, that'd be great. I will 100% keep an ear out for you, Josh. And if Metallic gets more, I'll let you know. But she hasn't had any since then, and that was a good, don't know, 3 years ago. I could probably look on that knife and it would have a date on it somewhere. So yeah, quite hard to get just a plain deer foot. But I don't know why people don't do more of them, because I think people do make deer handle knives. The reason I wanted to make that one was because hang on, can you see it or not? You know it's there anyway. You can't actually see it, can you? I had a deerfoot knife as a teenager, but it was a lot smaller than that, and they're really expensive now. TC said, weed dealer gave me a loan, got his daughter into uni, not sure what to do with it. I'd say sell it, but you might get in trouble. Yeah, just wanted the venison, yeah. He said I was joking. Crow's Nest put comments on Fall, if you can copy and paste it. Saint said, got nothing wrong with genuine population hunting, but I'd be in prison if any trophy hunters lived near me. Bunch of rich folk used to do it foxes. Yeah, this bloke, he works for like a deer culling. Like his job is to cull the deer when there's too many of them. And because they have to be shot, and this is down here, this is in England. You can, I think if you pay, he can take you to shoot a deer, but they have to be culled anyway, and you can't just shoot any. But if there's too many of one type, he has to shoot them anyway. So yeah. And they do stuff with them. He does have the meat. The thing like Metallic would have every part of it. She would have the feet. She would have the skin. You know, what do you call it? It's not the skin or the You don't call it the skin or the fur, do you? What do you call it? My brain's not braining tonight. It often doesn't when I'm live streaming. The hide, maybe. Maybe it's the hide. There are too many of us bringing on the Hunger Games. I don't even know. Pelt. Yeah, pelt. Yeah, maybe the pelt. But you don't say skin or whatever I was saying. Hello, Tactical, by the way. But what was I saying? She would have every part of it and use every part of it. People don't seem to be enjoying themselves, though, myself included. What's that, Evil? Give it to Persia, OTC. I'm sure he'd know how to destroy it. Yes. Send your stuff. Sent you stuff on Discord about my latest build. Oh, okay. I have a deer head called Donnie. It's like Billy Bass. Oh, I know. Yeah, like make some noise, whatever. Turning your brains against us. Yes. You lot have turned my brains against me. So he said, Mother Nature is brutal. I just can't stand people who do it purely because they want to shoot. If you're going to do it, have a reason. Exactly, yeah. It's a bit much just killing an animal just to kill it and just to shoot when you could shoot a paper target. You know what I mean? The best, most fucked up example I've ever seen of that on a fucking video is that fucking fucked up weird motherfucker who used to go on the Cold Steel videos, the fucking Temu Dog the Bounty Hunter bloke, who was stabbing to death giant fucking carps in a river, and then they wondered why people went fucking mental about it. It's basically got that fucking Tanto fucking, you know, the Tanto with the double-handed fucking thing. I think it's that one. Or it might have been a fucking katana. And it's stabbing these massive fucking fish that like that long, about that fucking fat, and they're on the blade like wiggling. It's fucking, and it's just demented. It's like, what dumb motherfucker thought that would be a good idea to film and put on YouTube? And I don't know if that's still on YouTube, but if it's not, go and fucking find it, because that was weird. Pete, have you ever seen that? There are a lot of landowners who do that for a lot of game, not just deer. If that makes sense, Saint said. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. Real deer heads made into Donnie the deer, but as a micro. Oh, nice. Foxes are the last natural predators in England, same as wolves in other countries. Should leave them. Yeah, I like foxes. Are lovely fucking creatures. Yeah, agreed, shoot and eat it. Even when I was talking to Crow's Nest and I said people were enjoying them. I did, you know, Fall Evil, so I did think that was weird that you said people weren't enjoying themselves. Well, that can't be this live stream then. That's it. I stopped hunting after my mate showed me about a dozen blackbirds he's shot just for the giggles, fuck's sake. I genuinely thought you said I stopped hunting after I broke that old granny's hip and decided that granny hunting wasn't a thing for me anymore. Tactical was just killing too many of them. He loved it. He said, yeah, people like that need to be taken out back. Fish stabbing sounds like that Cold Steel Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yes, that's what I said. That is what I said, Pete. That is exactly what I said. Honestly, Saint, I genuinely thought that's what he was going to fucking say. DC said, if you hunt something, then you should eat it. Exactly. We kept nearly doing accidental fucking hunting today, didn't? Because the fuck, while I was doing the fucking backstop, A Robin kept sitting on top of it. And then while them lot was loading up the guns, the fucking Robin would like sit on the fucking like ground in front of the targets. It did piss off in the end though. Tactical said, shut it, WC. P.S. Your anti-drive-by sounds hello. I've told you many times, a long time ago, Tactical. I removed anti-drive fire from here. I've disowned her a long time ago. I got rid of the anti-drive for a long time ago. So you can have her. Eva said they're just larger mammalian predator. They're the last mammalian predator, not the last. Okay. Tactical pirate, the old deer hunter. The old deer hunter, yes, the old deer hunter. Someone who shoots something for fun is a cunt. Exactly, TC. Yes, we'll put that one up for posterity. I can't even say that now. He's called Buck Medley. Buck Medley, fish stabber. The fish katana hunter. I would show you it, but I don't know. Look up Buck Medley. Did Buck Medley stab a fish to death? Did Buck Medley stab a fish to death? And I want you to talk to me and tell me what happened. Won't do it. Buck Medley stabbing fish. Yeah. Katana fishing. What kind of dimwit thought that would be a fucking good idea to film? Will, how you doing, mate? He said, well, you've joined in a very odd night tonight, Will. Hello, Will, by the way. Sorry, tonight may be quite odd. We're all in a weird mood. Is it a full moon? He said, hi, new to the channel. Do you think the government will ban crossbows? So, Will, I don't think they're going to ban them. They might do, but they are proposing licensing them. However, the licensing may be really easy to get, or it may be very difficult. At this point, we don't know. However, if you subscribe to my channel, as soon as I know any new news on it, I'll let everyone know with video. Because I check like nearly every day. Because I've got a lot of katanas, so not fucking katanas, crossbows, so I need to know. Don't shoot wildlife, shoot Neds. Yes, exactly. Put a wireless intercom speaker or voice changer in the deer head. Screw with guests. Thank you, Pete. Saint said, Pete, I don't think people want to see that as the video you guys are on about. I'm tempted to show you. It's just fucking, it's just demented. Honestly, it's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. Because it's just like, why? Why? Why is that retard? Look at the state of him. Why the fuck is he stabbing fucking fish? And it is a fucking big fish as well, isn't it? I couldn't remember if I was imagining it. You know when you think something's massive, but it is actually fucking massive. Why is he doing that? Who thought that was a good idea to film? Like, I know people do stupid shit, but to film it for a YouTube video and think like you're doing like a legitimate, because it's not like a prank video. It's not like, you know, I'm a dumb twat. I'm gonna go and stab some fish. It's genuinely, this bloke thinks it's a good idea to go stabbing fish in a river, and then show it online. Like people are gonna go, oh my god, that's the greatest video I've ever seen. What the fuck? It's just honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And then at the end, he like disrespectfully just shoves it off the fucking sword onto the ground. You know, fucking dimwit. Let's have a look what Pajay's making. Sword goes through fish. Who knew? Well, is that? Yeah. Who needed that proof? Peter's talking about fish nuts. Fish nuts or fish nuts? I don't know. Do fish have nuts? Do fish have nuts? Oh, nice one, Persia. That's interesting, yeah. Alright, I can show it if you want. Probably not all there in the head. Probably not. Have you seen the state of his hair and his beard? I think that pretty much fucking explains his mentality and his fucking level of sanity. You know. Leather gloves that probably have holes in the knuckles. No offence to anyone who looks exactly like that bloke, and I'm not taking the piss out of any individual parts, but the whole entire concept. The leather, he probably got leather trousers on with some chains hanging off them. I think he's got leather gloves with holes in the knuckles. Bleached blonde hair with a black goatee, which always looks a bit odd, I think. All of those things combined, you know that the level of sanity is going to be quite low there. Grossness, I used to go fishing. Someone asked me to bring a pike for his mum. I found it in the bin. And I killed it for the bin. For fuck's sake. That takes the piss. They have internal nuts, otherwise how would they procreate? Well, exactly. Yeah, but I mean like hanging off, you know. I know they don't have balls hanging off. There's a video where he describes himself as the legend Buck Medley. Christ almighty. I need to step away from this bullshit. There's a man who thinks he's the sexiest man ever fucking to ever walk the earth. Oh, gosh. I'm going to step away. I don't want to get into a feud with Buck Medley, the legend, the fish stabber. Fish make a nut cloud in the water. Don't drink the river water, yes. Josh said, just watching it, he looked like the Tiger King's bodyguard. Oh, bro. He does, yeah. He's like a cross between Tiger King and fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter. He looked like a thumb in a wig. Looked like a thumb in a wig with a bit of what do they call them? What's the pinch that see, I don't know. Blood blister. Fucking hell. I was going to call that a name that get me in trouble. Might dye my hair that colour as well. That's right. Challenge him to a duel. Yes, we'll have a duel. We'll have a duel tactical. Fucking hell. What's a duel? Oh, God. That's why the sea is salty. Good. Yes, exactly. Good point. Do it, Josh. Black beard, blonde hair, black vest. You know. Best hunter in the world. Sake. The leftist said, "Where did you get that? Where did you get my photo from?" Do you know what, Josh? I bet he hunted every one of those creatures as well. Or more likely, he probably found the dead skulls and, you know, pulled it out and got someone to make this necklace for him. Fake animal teeth necklace, yeah. Straight off a team, all made of plastic. Hello, the leftist. The left is vile. Christ, that's a difficult thing to read. Yes. Yeah, probably fake. Completely fake. 3D printed. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I just find that whole process of fish stabbing just really fucking weird. A really, really weird thing to do. And it's not, for me, it's not necessarily even the process of doing it. It's just thinking that people will think that's acceptable. Because people do weird shit, but you don't normally film yourself doing it and think everyone's going to go, "Oh, that's fucking amazing. Oh, the dog's bollocks, mate." You know? It's just like the equivalent of fucking pulling the legs off a fucking fly. You wouldn't film yourself doing it and thinking, you know, everyone's going to congratulate you because you're so fucking badass. Man, don't breathe the air. The birds be shitting in it. Predator of the National Museum gift shop. Exactly. Yeah. Christ. Strange man. How did we get onto fish stabbing anyway? How on earth did we get onto fish stabbing? Birds aren't real, Persia, so their shit can't be in the air. But yes, birds shit in the air, don't they? Don't breathe in the air. Start a new conspiracy. Now, dumb shit, I know for a fact you pulled the legs off Daddy Long Legs. Worse than that, I'm pretty sure my brother said something. No, that weren't that. There's a story about. I think someone eats Daddy Long Legs as well. I think I've got a story about saying my brother ate a Daddy Long Legs, and he's got a story about me cutting up a fucking worm and then eating my dinner later with the same knife without it being cleaned. We were both about 8 or 6 or something at the time, and I can't even remember it. Don't eat the food, it's poison food, yes. Exactly, please. Yeah, all the food is poison. I won't play that tonight, though. Josh, if aliens land, I think we know who to send, yes. Oh, Christ. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre, isn't it? It's very bizarre. So everyone got plans for tomorrow? Got any plans for tomorrow? I don't know what I'm going to do. So I had plans to film stuff today and do all this stuff, and I ended up shooting these air rifles. And yeah, Buck Medley will save us from the fish aliens. Yeah, I reckon he could. Yeah, such a weird thing to do. It's a weird thing to do. Bird shit isn't floating about waiting to find it. Just jizz in water. Wow. Yeah, but there might be fragments of shit in the air. I guarantee that no scientist that I know of has. Shall we Google it? We'll Google it. Have scientists ever done any tests to see how much bird shit particles there are in the air? Okay, I'll read you exactly what this said. Yes, assuming ship was a typo for poop or droppings, scientists frequently test the air around bird roosts, poultry farms and urban areas to measure airborne biological particles and dust generated by dried guano. Making me read some complicated fucking words tonight. These studies pull air through filters to detect dangerous fungal spores. There you go. It's a real thing. The left has said, mate, you look buggered. It's time for... I am buggered. I'm fucked. I'm completely knackered. However, I won't be going off yet. I'll be on to at least 12, maybe later. Josh said, I'll be editing a sheath video for the Copper Bowie. I'm still getting used to stuff like that. It does take a while to get used to editing, don't it? But, yeah, you're doing an alright job. And the more you get into it, the more you can start, you know, you might start doing, like, fancier edits. But you don't need to. The simpler, the better, really. People just want to see what you've got, you know what I mean? I'm assuming you meant the editing. Buck Medley and the Warlords of Mars. Yeah, that's fucking ship high in transit. So yeah, there you go. They do tests on the doo-doo. Look at me and all my fucking rhymes tonight. I think I'm on the ball tonight. Can't remember what the other one was. Brain, no. That's the same. My brain's not braining. That wasn't exactly a fucking rhyme, was it? They do tests on the doo-doo. Yeah. There you go. You can write that one down. Oh, fuck's sake. Air turds coming for us all. Don't breathe in the air. Yeah, that's what we can say now. We've got a new conspiracy. don't breathe in the air because you're going to be breathing in bird shit. And they say, oh, that's bullshit, and then put them to them tests. There you go. Brand new fucking conspiracy theory. Johnson, I'll have that one. The Left Advance said, you had any more visits on the plot? No, I ain't had none for years. No, not since 2017. Airborne viruses, all you need is the rubber gloves and a mask. It saves people. Well, exactly. Or you're being sarcastic there. I think Crow's Nest was doing a bit of this. Christ, I don't know where any more clips are.
Are you being sarcastic or something, my son? That's one of my least favourite things, that happens to be. Sarcasm.
I love that clip. That's the story I was told. Manure can cause fire, so when they shipped it back in the day, it had to be above deck, and that's how we got the word shit. Yeah. I don't know. Because the word shit and ship. Don't make me ask Google and prove you wrong 2 times in one night dropped for talking absolute bollocks. Could be, I don't know. Shall we ask it? Definition, not the definition, the origin of shit. No, I believe you, Dropped. Not many people would, but I believe you. And you know what? My Tommy gun believes you as well. Tom Leher was right, Lord. Don't know who that is, evil. The left is vile. Said so. As a crossbow owner, how do you think it will go? I'm often confident that it may not even happen. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's an unforeseen thing at the minute. I don't know. But I think they are going to license them. I don't think anyone will get into power who will not do that. It's just the method of how difficult it'll be to get the license. If we put fart filters over our arses, will we get carbon tax rebates? Do you know what? When I become the ultimate ruler of the world, yes, you can have carbon tax rebates if you put a little filter on your arse. Ship high in transit. Okay, shit, thank you, Drops. Why didn't you put that in the original fucking sentence? Making me use my brain and think. Tell you're in one of them moods tonight, Drops. I know, I mean me, sorry. And no, that makes sense. Ship high in transit. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe that could be a load of shit. Yeah, when I become the ultimate ruler of the world, you know, because I don't have a return button when streaming. Ah, yes. Getting me back from my bullshit, are you? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll do something. Well, I'll do nothing. Maybe I'll sit and play computer games all day. Kung Fu YouTubers, I think they do something like license them for club use. What? Fart filters. Oh, crossplay. Sorry, I definitely didn't know what you meant for a minute. Josh said, sorry, Josh, Mr. Google says different. Said it's Old English for diarrhea comes from the word skit. There you go. He was having us on purpose, Josh. He wanted me to check it. Crossbows at those two. Good to get your opinion. I think I need to buy more broadheads while I can. Yes. I think the word shit and all that, it's all different. I think if you looked hard enough, you could probably find 5 or 6 different origins of it. You know what I mean? It's probably one of those where no one really knows. But yeah, the left of it, I don't really know, mate. Don't really know. But hopefully, I think they definitely will license them. Just how easy it'll be. TC's lost his booze. If you become Overlord, you better wear the get-up of Lord Humongous from Road Warrior. I will. On what I'll do, I'll wear the Lord Humongous stuff on all official visits and all official duties. I'll wear that, and then on my casual days, I'll wear something else. Little fart meter attached wirelessly. Show it at your checkout to get a discount on your shopping. Yes, especially vegetables. And then the more vegetables buy, the more discount you get. Saving the world here, one fart at a time. Didn't need that image dropped. Don't worry, Josh. Mike will picture it. I pictured myself as Lord Humongous. Yeah, that was there. I got that. Then I was picturing people with a little app farting into it in the back of their pants. You know. I'll be dreaming of that now. Speaking of losing booze, honestly waiting for the bus tonight. Some chav's dropped his what's that? 70 CK. Dropped his booze. Oh, of vodka. His voice broke. Fuck's sake, nightmare. Oh god. Yeah, it's horrible when you drop your booze. Brussels sprout discount. Yeah, the more farty vegetable you buy, the more you'll get a discount on it. I talked to an American chief I saw the herbal places, came out 3 days later. It was beautiful. Baked bean bonus points, yes. What a shame, Tactical, what a shame. Gutted for him. So yeah, get your discounts. Gassy ass senior, yes. Fart powered cars. Yeah, fart powered cars. It's the way to go. I have honestly, right, I've said to Metallic before, I have had farts so badly once that I genuinely reckon I could have powered a small machine for like a day on just my farts. 'Cause they was generating in my body so quickly that I was doing, and this is no bullshit either, it was fucking mental. I was doing like 5 or 6 second farts. Now count 6 seconds and imagine a fart going on that long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a long fart, right? That's a long fart. I was doing them like every 20 fucking seconds. I could have fucking stuck a fucking adapter up my ass, like, now it comes to that pump that gas out. There you go. I've got the perfect thing. Hang on, it exists again. Where is it? Why can't I fucking find anything? That beam pump, it has like a little fucking. It actually has. It has a little fucking like funnel. Stick that in, stick hose on, pipe it out into something. Fill a little gas canister up. Got your own gas. Glad you're not into candles, mate. I worked out what it was. Do you know what it is? If I, so we won't do any more food talk after this. But if I eat peppers, fucking hell, the farts I get are insane. When you get to my age, you resist farting because of the follow through. I have still got a good control over my sphincter at the minute. I'm 46. I've shat myself twice as an adult. Both times I was drunk. Both times it was completely unexpected. Pergio has the saying, never trust a fart. I have a saying, always risk it on a fart. If you've got a fart coming, just let it rip, man. Just fucking let it rip. If you shit yourself, you shit yourself. If you don't have control over your ass, that's, well enough, then tough shit. Literally. Or wet shit. When you read that, sat in a teepee surrounded by dried plant material. Oh, nice. A compressor and a tank attached to the fart filter. Sell it back, British Gas. Exactly, fool. This is the best song you want played at your funeral. Oh, I don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe something by Madness. Yeah. Drop said, got your new idea for income, farting into jars. What's that one chick? Exactly, and bathwater. I shit myself after too much cider. Never trust a fart and always pre-drill your holes. You know what, Persia, I think that's a good way to live. I like to live dangerously when it comes to farts, so pre-drilling my holes always. You don't want to split that hole. Fill your own PCP rifle. Exactly, Brinks. Fucking exactly. Probably not I can buy myself flowers. Probably not I can buy myself flowers. Drops, no. Words to live by, exactly. I'll never trust a fart, but, you know, you may not trust a person, but you still might give them a chance. I mean, that's how I go. Never trust a fart, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go through it anyway. I mean, oh, that's nice, Evil, yeah. I'm going to be sleeping by madness. Nice. I'm only sleeping. Yeah. Nearer my God to thee, even though I'm not a Christian. Or is it Sleeping It? Because there's a version of I'm Only Sleeping by Suggs, isn't there? Crowsner said my funeral record would be Get Knocked Down, but I get up again. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I've had ideas in my head, but not. I don't know. It would, in all honesty, it would be either something by Madness or Miley fucking Cyrus. Yeah. Oh, no, maybe I'll have one from both. I'll do the Macarena, for fuck's sake. You'll be seeing red again with it. I'd laugh back to life at my funeral, confusing everyone with the wedding march. Fuck's sake. The leftist said, Christ, you're my hero. Shat myself for the first time a few weeks ago. No fucking control. Totally mortified, except I was sober. The last time I shat myself, the whole entire situation was proper fucked. Right? Oh no, I shat myself. I shat myself a tiny little bit. I've only. Alright, do you want to go to graphic detail? I've only filled the back of my boxers once. Right, and I mean it was in there. I mean, the other two was just like in between your cheeks, you know, that kind of stuff. However, proper shat myself, like diarrhea, was. I hope Metallic's not watching because this is still a very sore point for her. I was around Metallic's and I was getting drunk, and she went to bed, and I, in my poor judgment, thought I might have a little bit more to drink. Yeah, it was Suggs Evil. I think it was Suggs on his own who did I'm Only Dreaming. I'm thinking of something else. I'm Only Dreaming. Not I'm Only Sleeping. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's definitely Suggs singing that Evil. Anyway, what was I saying? In my very poor judgment, I decided to carry on drinking her gin. And I must have drunk too much gin. Oh, I'm forgetting to say that earlier that day, we'd got an oleo thing where you go and get food off of people. It is fine to shit yourself, Brinks. It is. Don't ever be embarrassed by that. Just don't eat it. Which I've seen someone do. Which I mentioned earlier. We got this oleo food, and there was a load of, and most of it is like right on the date of going off. And I still blame it on this. So, I made a sandwich. All of this food was on the out of date, the day, and I put this lettuce in it without cleaning it. I didn't clean the lettuce, right? Later on that night, I'm drinking this booze after she's got to bed, and probably drank too much. Probably drunk about half a litre of fucking gin after she'd gone to bed. And then I suddenly felt the need to puke, and I was just in my boxers, so I might have even tried to go to bed. Ran into her bathroom, and I just started projectile vomiting all over her sink, her toilet, her bath. I mean, fucking everywhere. I was fucking puking on the walls, all over the fucking place. So there's a reason it was a sore point. and I shat myself at the same time. Yeah. Good night, DC. See you later, mate. That's like the worst fucking illness I've had, like as an adult. Like you know, puking and that. But fucking, and I still say that was the fucking lettuce that did that. Because I've drunk more booze than that and not fucking puking. However, I might have drunk a lot very quickly. But yeah. And then she caught me. Because what I was hoping was going to happen was that I would puke in the bog. My plan, as I started to feel sick, was run to the toilet, puke in the toilet, clean up any mess, and go back to bed. No. Because what happened is, I ran into her toilet, and she always insists on having the lid down. So before I lifted the lid up, I fucking projectile vomited all over the lid of her toilet. It went fucking everywhere. I can't tell this story if she's watching because, you know, as I said, it's still a very sore point to her. And while I was absolutely fucked up in my face, I was trying to clear it up, and I think I did my best. But she still said she found some later on behind the toilet seat. Anyway. Oh, God. Yes. So, yeah, that was about a year ago. You have to scoop your jeans out. Come into my dreams, it's you and me I see. What song's that? Good night, TC. It's been nice listening and reading some good comments. It has, isn't it? It has. It's been a good night tonight. There was a please don't wake me. No, don't shake me. Yeah, leave me where I'm sleeping. I'm only... Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, Evil, I'm sure that is Suggs on his own singing that. That was when he did a couple of songs on his own. Yeah. Because the only reason I think I know it is Suggs is because I looked for that song as part of Madness and I could never find it. However, if you look up as just Suggs... However, there may be versions. Obviously, if he sung that song, when they do like live stuff, they might sing that anyway. You know what I mean? But I think that was definitely bought out as a single for purely Suggs. Moral of the story, Kung Fu Tube said, never leave the lid down. I 100% agree with you there. Never leave the lid down and always wash your lettuce. And do you know what? I always fucking wash my lettuce now. Always. I normally do. Always wash your lettuce. Never leave the toilet seat down. Had those two combinations not been there, I might not have got caught puking and shitting myself in my boxers, pissed out my face in my damn bathroom. Oh, God. No need to change the nappy. I know he left his vial, said, night guys, need to change my nappy. Good night, mate. Good night. Sean, how you doing, mate? He said, hi, mate. Been a while since I commented. How you doing, Sean? You right, mate? Any new projects coming up? Need to catch up on the videos. So me and Metallic have just done a road trip, so they're worth watching. I've still got at least 2 or 3 videos of those coming, and there's always some shit coming off. Shake your lettuce, ladies. Just don't wash it in the bathroom. Yes, I know he did. He did a cover of Cecilia too. I love that. Yeah, I didn't know that was a cover. I do like that. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. I'm getting always wash your lettuce, never leave the seat down tattooed on my chest. Do you know what, Josh? They're the real fucking fuck Persio's never trust a fart and always, you know, that can be part 2 of the same tattoo. But yeah, always wash your lettuce and never leave the seat down. They're the real fucking rules to live by. They're the real ones. My life might be completely different now if those things had been done. Not sure I've ever washed lettuce or trusted a fart, but I've had plenty of salads and soiled pants. So who am I to judge? It's them fucking insects on it, Drop. They get on there and they fucking do their business, and then you eat it and then you shit yourself. It's just fact of life. Or if it says, even if it says it's been fucking washed, wash it. It's not. It weren't the gin. Is what I'm gonna have tattooed across my chest. It weren't the gin. and it'd be a picture of me underneath it, projectile vomiting and shit in my pants. Yes, it weren't the gin. Spelt exactly like that as well. That'd be my tattoo. Cronin has been in a bit of pain today. Had a few cans and joints pain free at the minute, but tomorrow will be. That's a shame, mate. Yeah, my joints have been hurting a bit today, but I think it was just from shooting these guns. It was just doing a lot of movement. Do you know what? If you don't, I'm only saying this because I used to sit there in pain and never do anything. That stuff works wonders for my hands and my side. Or just take some fucking painkillers. I know it sounds obvious, but some people don't. Some people don't bother with them. I do it with a headache. I'll sit there with a headache for like 5 or 6 hours till I suddenly go, oh fuck, I could have took some fucking painkillers. Falsely, if I die from drowning, I'm forever playing Bubbles, playing on repeat at my funeral. What is it? Our funeral then? Was drowning with you? Oh, gosh. Not waving, but drowning. Insects, you mean the crunchy bits, yes. And you know, sometimes when you're eating something like that and it tastes like weird, I often think, oh yeah, that's a bug. Don't know why I'm talking about poop. And I don't know why talking about poop always gets me. Jonathan, Mike's war flag is a shit, and fuck that. Calligraphy. True. But yeah. Always wash your lettuce. Never put the fucking seat down. I like to test my farts, but you know, the thing is, with the farting, I can tell if I'm going to shit myself before I fart. So if I think I'm going to shit myself, I don't do it. But if I think I'm going to fart, I do like to let it go, you know, forcefully. Get as much crazy drugs from the doctor as possible. Cecilia was originally done by Simon Garfunkel. I did not know that. That was done by Simon Garfunkel, because I quite like that song. But I prefer the Suggs one anyway, so yeah. So I probably won't listen to the original. Tried that stuff, didn't help. Any meds from the doctor, they're shit, don't do it. No, fair enough, mate. No, do you know what? A lot of people, it don't. The pain's beyond that. But I just thought I'd say, because I used to sit there for years in pain, especially joint pain. My hands used to fucking kill all the time. This works really good for my hands. Better out than in, exactly, Kung Fu Tuber. Paul Simon wrote it. Oh, okay. Jot said the last second when you feel the plug stopping the gas. Yes. Gotta pinch it off quick. Not with the rate of fire I do. You ain't got no chance of fucking pinching anything off. That's done. That's done. That's out and done. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'll think of something. There's plenty I can do. Who was asking about projects? There's a lot I need to do. I've got some walking sticks I need to do. I've got out my, I made myself a weekly schedule to make sure I got stuff done. So I've got Monday morning is for editing videos, Monday afternoon is for doing level work, Tuesday morning is for replying for comments, Tuesday afternoon is for blah 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 blah. So I might start following that again, and then that'll mean I'll get a fair bit done because there's a lot of old projects that need to get done. Loads. I found that little axe thing out recently. I forgot I'd even bought it to mod, although it doesn't really need modding. Come on, bastard. I don't think I'd actually mod the head at all, but I think that does need to have some kind of grip made and to stop the blade, the head dropping down. And maybe a cover for it, whatever they call them. What do they call the covers for axes? Can't remember. Get that, you can get them. Fucking Amazon, 10 quid. The whole lot, for fuck's sake. Yeah. There's a weird name for axe covers, isn't there? I can't remember what they're called. Got a buffing wheel yet? No, I haven't, dropped. No, I haven't. And no, technically I have. I have got a buffing wheel. Have I got the patience to use it though? No. No, I haven't. When's is Penny and Insta messages? Oh well, Penny, any Wednesday you can message me as much as you want. Or any day. Any day, time. You can always message me, Penny. I won't complain about you messaging me. Crowness, I got a knee, leg, arm, guts and a few heart attacks. Not much out, fuck's sake. Only for a few weeks, but they're quite good. Oh, you can get some heavy drugs if you're persistent. Yeah, I think you have to know the right thing to say. Drop said, I need to make the welded Bowie and hope to get it all filmed before you edit the... You know what, Dropped? I'll wait for you to do it. As long as you don't take too long, I'll wait for you to do it. Because I still have to film my last bits anyway. But I can wait. I'll wait for you to do that. I might be able to get Timbo to get involved because he wanted to, but he didn't have time. We will wait. Me and Josh will wait for you. Hammer a chunky nail in top of that. Yes. Sticking out, you mean? Drops messaging him to her. Don't forget they dropped. All I got to do is take the hearing aid out, and if I have that deaf ear up, my phone could be ringing in it and fucking wake me up. Nah, I'm not that deaf. It's not a bad version, but I also prefer the Suggs version. It has Mitchie One and Louie Lou featured in it, and they are great musical artists in their own. Yeah, Lucci Lou. I think I've recognised the name Lucci Lou. I don't know. I have one of those. If someone tries to come at my ass, won't take an afternoon. That's why making a guard for the first time was such a bitch for me. Okay, I will wait for you though. Oh yeah, no, I get you. Spacey. Yeah, like you would with a hammer. Yeah, what I might do though, because it won't go up high enough, I'd probably have to cut it off. I could either cut that off and put a thing in, or I might just to be a bit fancy, put some fucking langlets on, like metal strips each side, just to hold it up, just for something different. I don't know. I'll do something though, because I don't want to keep dropping down. I don't know, but yeah, it's good how it is. But I think it just needs something else. It needs a cover for the head as well. Because it's actually quite sharp. There's been a couple of times I've fucking cut myself on that little bit there. Penny, what is that song? I recognise those lyrics. He said, I'll remember you, will you remember me? I recognise those lyrics, but I can't think what from. Alright, Dropped. Yeah, that'll be interesting, mate. Have you seen my Warhammers I make? These are beasts, these are. I fucking love these things. If I'm in a situation where someone has to get very, very fucking hurt, that's what I'd be theoretically using. That's weird, Penny. I recognise that, but I don't recognise that name. I don't think. I'm not sure. Yeah, so these are made from rock hammers. Steel tube. And I've put the what do you call it? The lacing like that, so you know which way round it is. So if I've got the lacing facing out, it's the spike. If I've got the lacing facing in, it's the hammer. And you can make one of these for around about 20 quid. You can get these heads. So this head has still got the shaft going right down to here, and through there is a nail, like a 6mm nail rivet. So this whole thing is completely solid, like from there to there. And then the bottom's filled up with wood. It's a fucking like 2mm tube anyway, so that's solid as fuck. But yeah, and it just makes it a bit longer. Absolutely lovely. Oh shit, is that the Warhammer 40k? Well, it could be. It's the Warhammer 50k now. Don't know, did I do it at 40k subscribers, or are you joking about Warhammer 40k? He's talking about the Dead Dog song. I don't know then. I'll always remember you though, Penny. Sorry, neglected dog. Do the job, nasty weapon. Penny arms of a fucking hell. Penny arms of an angel, beautiful. Mitchie One and Louie Lou sing Champagne and Wine, Dangerous and Party. They're the only songs I remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty fucking sure. Fuck's sake, TC, let's not bring that up. I'm going to delete that comment just for the, no other reason that I don't want, fucking hell. That's still in the minds of the public at the minute. Yeah, fucking hell. But yeah, yes. Where are we? Josh said, damn it, Mike, I will cross an ocean and force you to learn to weld at knife point if required. No, I'll get round to it one day. Hello, Slate, how you doing, mate? You right? You're up late, ain't you? You're off, Peach. Good night, mate. I'll be on for about another 15 minutes, and I better piss off. Yes, good night, Peach. But yeah, I do need to do. What is the name for an axe cover? There's a weird name for it. I can never remember what it's called. It'll come to me in a minute. Oh, that's a shame. Is it a mask? No, I don't think it's a mask even, is it? That's not what I was thinking of. Might be, though. It might be a mask. The front bit. Might be a mask. Slater, I'm sorry to hear that your mum's in hospital. I hope she's alright and can get better, mate. Let's ask Google, shall we? Alright, I'll have a look in a minute, Drops. I can't think what it's called. It's got a weird name, though. What is the name of the item that covers the end of a axe blade? Fuck off. Puts a blade cover. I'm just going to search axe cover. But it might be a mask. Peach might be right. Are you off? Where are we? Josh, you off? Good night, mate. It's been a good laugh tonight. These are my favourite nights. Completely sober, but talking out of bollocks. It's a good laugh. Take care, mate. Axe cover. I think when I find the name I'm thinking of, I'll let you know. Fucking eyes, I can barely see this shit. It might be mask. It might be mask that I was thinking of. Otherwise I'm going to be in here all night. What are alternative names for a axe blade cover? It must be a mask then. It must just be a mask because nothing else is coming up. It was something in my brain always goes, oh, there's some weird name for it. Can't be asked that bollocks. Right, Billy Joe, how you doing? When you have killed a man with an axe, then you will understand. Have you done that, Billy Joe? What was your experience? Leather welt, maybe? It's definitely something weird. Sharp side, no hurty. So I don't know what it's called. I just make the sound it makes when it lies. Oh god. So Spacey said, started sorting through my new garden project earlier. 8x2 piece main poles, added top fittings. They weren't feeling so good, so ended up coming in. Oh, you weren't feeling so good. What are you putting, like a cover up or something, Spacey? This is very made well, fucking hell, very well made weapon though. To fuck around and find out. Not knockabout. Slate. I don't know what. I think it must have been mask. Measured my garden roughly close to 4x4. The marquee is 6x4. Ah, you got do a bit of adjusting, have you? Yeah. Oh, you put the link to the song on, did you? Dropped. All right, cheers, mate. Gonna put the frame up, then camo shade. Oh yeah, nice. That's a good idea. Have you got a back and a front garden then, Spacey? Camo nets. I know what you meant. Thank you for the link, shares Penny. I do appreciate it. Oh god. So I won't be on late tonight, just so everyone knows. I'm gonna go to bed soon. Next weekend, I'm going to be playing poker. However, I might chat to you all like late in the evening. So Penny in the Dropped, if you're still about like 10, 11 your time, which would be like 3 o'clock here, I might be about if you're about. But I'll let you know next Saturday. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Do something. I keep saying that, but you know, I've also got loads of lists of shit to do. DC said, I always thought hammers were a good but very nasty weapon. Yeah. Well, anything that sort of, you know, caved someone's head in. Back was nice and high wall, front as... Oh, okay, so you got a bit more privacy down the back then, yeah. H said, how you finding the Umarex paintball pistol? Was looking at the shotguns. Yeah, I'm going to play poker with my brothers for a bit, you know, like 5 each. So, I haven't shot the paintball pistol much. I've only had, like... That's what I might do tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a shoot with that tomorrow and film it. This will be in person, though, TC, unless you can come visit us. Well, maybe we'll do an online game one day. Anyway, so I'll probably have a proper shoot tomorrow. So I haven't really shot it a lot. I've only shot it like 30 times, and I enjoyed it though. It's good fun. But what I need to do, I reckon I need to get a couple more of the cylinders, you know, the magazines, whatever. So I can load those up and shoot and just keep loading them. You know, maybe have enough loaded up for a CO2, and then I can swap it around. Evil and Full, good night. I hope you had a good evening tonight. It's been good fun actually, hasn't it? These are like my ideal nights, these are when we can just go a bit mental and talk shit. Just have a good laugh. Good night. I'll be on for about another 10 minutes. So yeah, yeah, TC, maybe we're doing online. I'm not very, you know, I know how to play poker. And I've won the money a couple of times. But yeah, problem is we get pissed when we play, so halfway through I get a bit fucking, like... can't be asked to play properly anymore. I'm too drunk to play. What I'd like to do, because often I'm the dealer as well. I have to do the dealing for the whole game, and like sometimes these games go for 6 hours. My ideal thing, I would love to pay someone to be a dealer for the night. They are gas, aren't they? That's the only thing I'm not a fan of. I worry with things getting faulty. I'll be honest with you. In my experience of CO2 guns is about 2 or 3 years ago. I got all of my CO2 guns out to shoot, and every single one of them was no good. I couldn't shoot any of them, and that was at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns, at least 6 that I couldn't shoot because the fucking seals had gone all hard and like wouldn't seal the CO2. Really pissed me off. So yeah, there is that issue. It might be a bit better now. Well, what it is, Slater, you should change the dealer every time going around the dealership, shouldn't you? However, yes, as long as they don't bend the card. That's why I deal, because a lot of them fuck about with the cards, a lot of them bend the cards, and a lot of them don't know who to fucking deal to, even though you're only dealing to your left. So the whole entire process starts to take fucking ages. So most of the time it's easier for me to deal, and then if people are too drunk, I'll just literally say to them, right, it's your go. You can fucking bet or check or raise, and then when they do theirs, if we're talking, and I'll get the next person, and you know what I mean, because otherwise yeah. But yeah, you should, but that's the whole point of having the dealership, isn't it? Whoever's got the dealership deals, and that prevents, if someone's cheating, they can only cheat that one time, can't they? But yeah, it's no good. Drop said, worst part of being the dealer is keeping track of what call of those chips are actually monetary. Well, what we do, we don't do any monetary value for the chips per se. So you put your fiver in, and then you just have your pile of chips. So when you lose your chips, they're gone. They don't have any monetary value. So if you put 10 in, that's just 10. I think it's easier that way. No went to hold them, yes. No went to fold them. Seems like they know. Well, I know how to play properly, and my brother Jim knows how to play properly, and Johnny knows how to play properly, and maybe one or two others do, but often we will have people there who don't know how to play at all. They're just playing just to be there, have a drink, because it's their night out. So I'll tell them what to, I can't see their cards, but I'll tell them, like, right now, he's betted 5, you're going to need to bet 5, or you can raise, or blah, blah, blah. Or you can fold, you know what I mean. So yeah, a lot of the time it's just easier for me to just do the dealer, and then I can just keep the game flowing, you know what I mean? Makes sense to have a dedicated dealer. It does if you can do it. They went to hold them. So he said, I put my profile picture as Hitler. People got so upset to the point I got mods hassling me. Was there to play poker. Sensitive wankers. You do make me laugh, Spacey, fuck's sake. I used to play Texas Hold'em on the net. Yeah, that's what we play, Texas Hold'em. If you worry a lot, you have a couple of packs of cards to use. Well, exactly. I've got shitloads of cards. Slate said he collects them. Slate said, oh, that's noobs, buddy. Yes. Yeah, there's a fair few noobs in there. I've got a bunch of retired casino cards. Still prefer my old deck that you have to pry apart. I quite like proper casino cards. They're nice. They're slightly different shape to normal cards, aren't they? Slightly like stouter. I do like proper poker cards. But yeah, only the girls can remove their clothes. I play games using the 5-in and split chips method. I don't know that one. But yeah, we just, you have your pile of chips, when you run out, but they don't actually have any monetary value per se. That's the ones who win because they don't know what they have. Do you know what, Slater? You're exactly right. That's the problem. It's actually sometimes harder to play a noob because you can't predict what they're doing because the motherfuckers don't actually know what they're playing with. They don't usually win, but what they might do is every now and then they'll take out one of the players who knows how to play, because that one who knows how to play is trying to get rid of this fucking noob to get them out the game, and then it'll turn out they're playing with nothing all night, playing every hand every night with nothing, and then when it comes to the one fucking time you fucking go all in and they fucking call you, and then yeah, and then you're out because they didn't even know what they had. Yeah, that's quite common. Especially hundreds of millions I'd lost. I'd level 19 and a tournament of 20. Ah, that's mental. They even got a set of magician's cards. I had once some marked cards. And I still know how to mark cards. It's not that difficult. It's just knowing how to mark them. The easiest. I don't mark cards, by the way, as you can trust me. Because also, if you know about marking cards, you can look them. You can find the mark yourself. But marking cards, what you tend to do is you have cards with a pattern on the back, and as long as it's got rows of patterns down and to the side, for each 4 rows, each row would be, first row would be hearts, second row would be diamonds, second row would be clubs, and then the other one would be spades, right? So whichever row it is in would determine the suit, and then say 10 down, in that little mark, you put a single tiny little dot, and that's how they mark them. But yeah. So like I said, I have cards that are angled on one side. Spacey said, with the glasses, like I've stepped to. I was actually listening to that episode on fucking the radio the other day, Spacey, yes. Lee, how you doing, mate? You alright? Jot said the air between cards make it like the float physics, yeah. I know what you mean, I know what you mean. I had some lovely cards that there was. I've only ever seen them once. They were fucking lovely, and I don't know what happened to them. So these cards were completely plastic cards, but they didn't stick together. You could shuffle them absolutely perfectly every time, even if you weren't very good. Yeah. It pissed me off because they disappeared. It got to the stage where what happened is, I would take my poker chips, I think, cost me 120 quid. Which is a fair bit for poker chips, because they're proper, like, heavyweight clay poker chips like you'd get in an actual casino. There's 120 quid. No, yeah, 120 quid. They're fucking heavy as well, though. So I'd end up taking this metal case round people's houses, playing cards, getting so pissed I had to leave them there. And then after a while, all of the dice have disappeared out the fucking box. The nice plastic cards have disappeared somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's my fault for keep getting pissed and leaving my poker set. Yeah, we're playing in the Wendy House on next Saturday. Hopefully, it might not be next Saturday, but that's when he's going to try to do it. They said I have a sealed pack of Air Cav Death cards. Nice. Lee said now a bit of baby powder can't start. Well, exactly. It's like for years and years and years I've resisted calling it the Wendy House because it's not a Wendy House, it's a summer house. However, what it was is it used to be a Wendy House. It used to be a tiny little Wendy House. It used to be a tiny little Wendy House. That got knocked down, and then we made a bigger Wendy House, like an upstairs. And then the upstairs got taken away, and we made a bigger downstairs. And then it was more like a summer house, and you've got like sofa in there, telly, computer, and fucking had wide internet at one point. You know, all properly done. I've had people like live in there, but I still call it the Wendy House. Yeah. Don't know anyone called Wendy. Neither do I. TC said women dropping their pants. I'll be good at that. I'll be good with that. Drop said disappearing cards is when you're playing with a deck that has naked ladies on every card. Yes. Right. And on that note, while we're all picturing naked ladies, I've already pictured the Drop's ass, too late, in a phone that says juicy on the back. I think it'd be funnier if it was on the front, to be honest. I'm gonna go off. It's 12:30. I've still got to clean up my bedroom a bit. It's not too bad tonight. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. It's been a good laugh tonight. These are the streams I dream of. I'll have some videos on in the week. Love you too, Drotty. So love you, Mike. Good night. Good luck out there. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I hope anyone new watching. Well, I like the ones where we just go a bit mental and talk absolute bollocks. You know, love you too, Penny. Spaces and I bought 2 packs, one for my bro while he was dying because I loved him so much he deserved the whole deck. That's lovely, lovely, mate. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Anyone who emailed me, I'll reply to you tomorrow. That'll be my day to reply. Yeah, take care, everyone. It's been a really good night tonight, and I'll see you all soon. And Saturday, I might see you. I might see you late. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later.